Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock. It's a tradition like none other. Overreaction Monday on The Drive, and finally the gang is all back together under one roof. Very exciting. Yeah. Bob is here, Walker is here, Bear is here, I'm here. We're all here. And it's Bama week, man. It's also Columbus Day. We observe Columbus Day here on The Drive, always have. Bear, did you know that Christopher Columbus never actually set foot in North America?
Yeah, I think I've heard that. There's a lot of controversy surrounding Christopher Columbus.
Of course, his goal was to find a water route to Asia, specifically the East Indies, Bob, not to discover a new continent. Of course, he was not the first European to reach the Americas either. That distinction belongs to noted explorer Leif Erikson, who made voyages to North America nearly 500 years earlier before Columbus.
Was he a Viking?
Yes.
Yes, he was.
From Norway. Columbus, tough go of it. He was arrested, stripped of his governorship, and sent back to Spain in chains due to complaints about his tyrannical rule over the native populations.
Yeah, he was kind of bloodthirsty, apparently, according to reports.
Right. And Christopher Columbus was actually the Anglicanized, I don't know what I'm trying to say, version of his English version of his real name, Cristoforo Colombo, which he used in his native Genoa, Italy. Little information for you here. We strive to inform on The Drive this afternoon, but that's not why you tuned in. We do observe Columbus Day. You tuned in for breaking news. We go to the Fan Run breaking news desk this afternoon. The Caliban has been deposed. Brian Callahan fired today as the head coach of your Tennessee Titans. And in typical Titans fashion, this according to a post from Paul Kuharski, at least one insider. There's people wondering who's going to be the interim coach with former coach Mike Vrabel coming back to coach in Nashville this weekend. Who will be the interim coach for the Titans this week? And Paul Kuharski reports that at least one Titans insider believes that Callahan was fired without a plan as far as who is the interim coach.
Tracks. How many do you think Vrabel? I mean, you imagine what Vrabel's going to try and do, son? I mean,
oh Lord,
try and beat the brakes off.
I don't think it's going to take much trying. But anyway, that's your breaking news this afternoon. Bob, how are you, my friend? You have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend. It was kind of a regroup, get back into the swing of things. Had a nice Saturday. Went down, checked out the men's basketball scrimmage. Did some tailgate hopping. Came back and watched the game. It was a great weekend. Great weekend.
We'll have a lot of basketball news today, actually, coming up on the Rocky Top Report here in just a few minutes. A lot of football news as well. People want to know about the injuries. People want to know about our chances for Alabama. We'll talk about it. Let's go ahead and set the show up first here this week for the day anyway. We will be taking your phone calls. If you want to jump in, go ahead, jump in line. 865-966-3435, your phone number if you want to call in or text the show today, 966-3435. Want to start with the Arkansas game from Saturday. Then we're going to move into the James Franklin story in the coaching carousel that is already spinning out of control midway through the 6 games in, Bob, and already it's just pure chaos.
There's like five at least attractive Power 5 jobs available
now, so far,
right now,
with more
it'll
more
probably,
to come.
That will probably double by the time we hit the end of the regular season.
And then, of course, we'll look ahead towards the third Saturday in October. Big one Saturday night down in Tuscaloosa, and we will break it all down for you today beyond Levels Scientific.
Roll down Tide.
First, though, let's take a look back. Rogers' keys to victory from the past weekend. And you guys tell me, we'll go around the room and vote here on whether or not we completed the 4 keys to victory. Number 1, as you'll recall, win the line of scrimmage. Tennessee did rush for 264 yards. We did give up 240 yards on the ground.
And 100+ yards rushing in the first quarter.
Yeah, I guess my reaction was maybe a draw. Maybe we get 0.5 for that.
Yes, because our defensive line did have almost double-digit tackles for loss, a strip sack. How many? 5 sacks?
5 sacks. We did not give up a single sack.
Two caused fumbles.
It's exactly what we thought it would be going in. 2 great offenses and 2 not very good defenses. That's what it looked like.
I think I'm good with a draw.
All right, 0.5 on that one. Number 2 was win the turnover battle.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, three turnovers to none.
Critical.
Yeah, won that going away. I almost feel like you should get more than a point for that, or 1.5. That's, Urban Meyer always called it the biggest stat in a game, turnover margin,
Yep.
and that won us the game. I don't think we win that game without those 3 turnovers.
I was just going to say, I think there was a significant advantage. If you look at just the box score, Arkansas had a significant advantage in first downs, third down conversions, time of possession, kind of a wash in yards, like we said, but those turnovers, I think that's what swings the game, in my opinion. The fact that we were able to take care of the ball. Joey didn't have a turnover. That's big.
We only turned them into 1 touchdown. We only scored 7 points off those 3 turnovers, but they were enough to stop some serious momentum, particularly the one down in the red zone, the hit by Farouk and Jordan Ross, who had such a great game.
I saw that one again today. I don't know how he didn't break his neck. That was literally the most awkward, completely selfless act.
That was a big time play in the game, so we'll give them that one. Number 3 was get off the field on third down. Arkansas was 7 of 13. It's not you want to hold them to less than 50%. It's a little bit over 50%, but it felt like, especially until the third quarter, they were converting at will.
First half was a tough watch, particularly on third down. The whole notion we talked about on Friday about setting the edge and all those things, it felt like we did none of that early with Taylor and Green. Got better as the game went along, but I would say that's one we failed to deliver on.
And then on the other side, Tennessee only converting 2 of 9 attempts. Situational football, not a strong suit for this team so far.
No, what I would be really curious to see is what was the average yards to go on the ones we stopped versus the ones
efficiency.
Because I feel like we're better in third and short defense, boys,
I think
than we are in third and long.
Yep, totally. I would agree with that.
And then finally, number 4, Rogers' keys to victory: play a clean game. You had 10 penalties.
Spillman's gone for the first half of Alabama.
Yeah, we did not turn the ball over, but I think we cut down on the drops as well. Trying to find some positives here, but 10 penalties for 78 yards. It's hard for me to say that was a clean game.
Yeah, and I know there was some complaints about the officiating. Definitely benefited Arkansas most of the time, and I don't disagree with that. But yeah, 10 penalties is
that's what I was saying. Basically, on voluntary reaction the other night was that the refs didn't call a lot on Arkansas, and they probably could have. But Tennessee's penalties were so blatant.
Yeah, they were legit. And there were even a few that we probably got away with. It looked like you could have called a couple of false starts there towards the end that they just didn't.
Yeah.
And so I think you have to give them a 0 for that. 1.5 out of a possible 4 points on Rogers' keys to victory.
And we won.
Can I ask a question? It doesn't really apply to the keys to victory, but does Bobby Petrino have like cataracts or something?
I had my guy down there looking like Weekend at Bernie's on the sideline.
I mean, it's nighttime.
It's been so long since I've seen him. I almost didn't like. He looks so different now.
Are we sure that those weren't the Connor Stallions like X-ray glasses with a camera or something on there?
Not for nothing, but when the whole headset thing went on, I the first thing that came across my mind was like, they're doing this intentionally. They disconnected theirs because they knew the rule that you could. You then have to make the other team do the same.
Aguilar got launched head first into the comms cabinet.
My whole thought on that, because you're running the assistants from the booth down, and then they went back up. To me, can we just stop the game and figure that out? I mean, this is 2025. What are we playing? Leather helmet football out there? Like, fix the communications devices and then play.
Well, they apparently got it fixed remarkably quick. Tennessee,
that's why I say stop it, because you know that they would. It's not like they're going to be standing there scratching their head for half an hour. I don't know what to do.
Thankfully, that stuff was happening not at the beginning of the game, because those coaches may not have ever gotten back up to the box the way the crowd control was going.
Yeah, did you see that?
I got your text.
Again, man. Now, I did hear, I'm hesitant to make a huge deal of this because I talked to Sam, and he said that he did not get into his seats in the upper deck until like 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So he missed a ton of it, but he was saying that there was a medical emergency, and so they had some space cleared out. But I had another alert listener tell me that, look, like, the foot traffic to get into the upper deck was back, and he sent me a picture. It's like halfway down the huge ramp.
Yeah.
On the south side of the stadium, people not being able to get in. And, this person was saying that the medical emergencies were like from people passing out because they're crushed in that. And I don't know. Listen, I'm no logistics expert, so I'm just some guy sitting here complaining. I don't want to complain too loudly about something I don't know much about, but it doesn't seem like this has ever been a problem until this year, getting folks into that stadium in a orderly manner.
You can, in my memory, that place has always been super easy to get into and out of. You just kind of move right along. You don't ever get
it's crowded, like but but it moves in. Like, there's no excuse for not, like, it unless you just walk in 5 minutes before kickoff and you're caught in the late arriving crowd. But I mean, there's no reason that people should not be getting into their seats until the end of the first quarter.
Well, that's one of my biggest fears, Russ, is that's why I don't go to a lot of stuff. It wasn't like that at the concert I went to, but just getting jammed up and stacked up.
Claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
Panic.
Hey, you know me. You're kind of grinning. You can imagine what would happen with me.
Well, I mean, what would you do? Would you just I gotta go? You just like start climbing over people?
No, I don't. When I've had panic attack, like full on
pass out.
No, I won't talk, but I'll move. Like I'll figure out, take a look around, and see what I think is the quickest way to get out of it, and then go.
Congratulations to alert listener Caden Johnson. He won the Crown Cleaners Crown Pick of the Week. I thought that we might have, since it was such a traditional score, 34-31, I thought this might be the week that somebody finally nails it. Did not have, there really, it wasn't a lot of close ones either. I thought somebody would surely have 35-31 or 31-28 or something like that. Caden had 35-28. That was the closest score.
It's almost right on it.
So Congratulations to him. He's going to win fabulous gifts and prizes courtesy of Crown Cleaners, providing Imperial dry cleaning service to all of Big Orange Country since the 1960s. I got to get up there to the Bearden Hill location. Got a couple of shirts I need to get professionally done. They've got a location on South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts as well. Visit crowncleaners.com and click on the big blue van to learn more about Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence. So here we are. 6 games through, halfway through the regular season.
5-1, baby.
Goes by so fast. You'd have taken that, right? 5-1?
Hell yeah. I would have taken that before this season. I would have always taken it going all the way back to when I was in like high school.
So why all the angst, Big Orange Nation? You feel that, right? You guys feel that online, in the stadium?
I think this is my opinion, I think that there's just so much more parity in the conference now. So there's so many games where, 5-1, I would have taken that. But as we've said, there is a world, I still believe there's a world where 10-2 may not get you into the playoffs. So that's why there's part of me, it's like, I'm very happy, but it would have been nice had we beaten Georgia.
If we go 10-2 from here, I don't see how you keep Tennessee out of it. Explain to me that path. How does Tennessee get left out of that?
Okay. 12-team field, right? I'd say the best the SEC will do is get 5 teams. Best, because I think the Big Ten, this selection committee will try hard for the Big Ten to get 4 teams. And then the question becomes, if Notre Dame beats USC this coming weekend, they don't lose again. Okay. So they're
going 10-2. They're going
10-2. They're in. There's no doubt. I just worry there's going to be a logjam of 10-2 teams. That's all. And a lot of them from the SEC. That's my concern.
To your point about the parity in this league there's always been a doormat, right? Last year you had Vanderbilt down there. Mississippi State was down there. They were the worst one. Vanderbilt actually had a decent season as they're doing again this year. Aside from Kentucky, and we can have a conversation about how easy and out they really are. I guess we'll see here in a couple of weeks, but Auburn, Arkansas, Mississippi State, like we've probably seen the 2 of the worst teams in the league the past 2 ball games, and they've both taken us to the wire.
Right.
And I don't think they're particularly bad. I just think that, so I do think there's something to that, Bob, to what you're saying about the parity issue. I also think that there is something, and we'll get into this. There's something that there's just a feeling, and I think it's correct, that we're playing pretty well, but man, if they could just tighten up the operation a little bit, and I'm not even talking about the defense, I'm mostly talking about the offense. It's like, man, we could be scoring a lot more than we actually are.
We dropped a couple more touchdowns the other day.
Yeah. And don't you think we have to have all of that going into this weekend?
Yeah.
I just feel like the performances we've had these last 2 weeks, I'm not sure that's going to get it done against Alabama.
What's the number?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
The number.
How much do we have to score
to
win Saturday night? It's definitely in the 40s, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say 35 or more.
I was going to say 45.
Yeah, I was like 42-ish, 42, 45.
Now, it all depends. Has anybody seen a report on Jam Miller yet? Because if it was the NFL, there's no way he'd be playing Saturday.
He's pretty clear concussion for a running back.
He did the whole –
That's a big one. And we've got a couple of big ones that we'll go through coming up on the Rocky Top Report, but just a couple of questions to ponder this afternoon. A lot of news coming out, individual honors for the basketball team. We got a kickoff time for Kentucky. We've got poll movement. We've got lines. We've got a lot of information to sift through. We'll do it coming up next. Your Rocky Top Report brought to you by the Kregner Group. When we continue right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law, 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Fan Run is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fan Run Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fan Run Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic building right now through downtown Knoxville, 40 westbound, especially here at 17th Street. Watching Alcoa Highway build just a little bit more in the last few minutes out through Alcoa right now as you head on into Maryville. Watch for radar today, at least it was earlier on I-40 out through certain parts of Sevier County. If your check engine light comes on, just Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. Amco, serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
It's time for the Rocky Top Report, brought to you by the Kregner Group.
Tennessee back at it, getting ready for the third Saturday in October. Vols open up as a 9.5-point underdog against Alabama this weekend. Fair?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Tennessee up 1 spot in both major polls to number 11. Knocking on the door of the top 10. If that matters to you, it's a win and you're in situation, right? I mean, you beat Alabama. I haven't looked at what everybody in the top 10 has, but I can't imagine that we beat Alabama and not jump into the top 10.
Oh, yeah. No, I would agree. Hell, I mean, LSU, who's right in front of us, they might lose at Vanderbilt this weekend. Whew. Vandy's favored, I think, in that game.
They are a 2.5-point favorite.
It's crazy.
Over top 10 LSU.
You've got a good team.
College football in 2025, man. It's crazy. Yep. 27.6% chance to win Saturday, according to the ESPN FBI.
I hate metrics.
I mean, it hadn't been that long ago when we were talking at this point in Bama week, Monday at Bama week, where it was
2.7.
Yeah, or just no chance. Like nobody.
I mean, it's a low number, but I prefer to think of it like you got 4 chips in the hat. You reach in, you pull one out.
I think their back end of that defense of theirs is vulnerable. That may be one of their vulnerabilities.
Hopefully, Josh Heupel will figure out a plan to take advantage. You have to put the pedal down. I know I keep saying this. You're going to have to go, man. It ain't no of this, let's manage the game and try and just get this situation just perfect. Just score. And if you leave time, you leave them time. Just score, and score some more.
That's basically what we did in 22.
That's our only chance, man. Just keep scoring. Hope you have the ball last. And if you don't, you don't. That's my expert analysis.
Yeah.
Injury situation going to be interesting this week. Josh Heupel today at his Monday press conference said that Deshaun Bishop should be good to go for the game this Saturday. My question is, and I'm not piling on the head coach here. We all have a requisite amount of respect for Josh Heupel, the job he's done here. That being said, do we believe anything he says, at all when he gets up in front of that microphone, specifically when it comes to injuries?
Monday at Bama week? No. I mean, just no way. I don't know. He was kind of walking around. Like, he wasn't walking normally, but he was walking with his,
he looked fine after the game walking around.
This is more like, I can't think of, has Heupel ever told us a guy is okay and he's not okay? Like, I feel like that he's never gotten onto that side of talking about injuries.
I feel like he was very cagey about the David Sanders situation. I can't think of specifics, Walker, but like last week, David Hobbs, they would ask him and he would just kind of. That's a good point. Like, usually
he beats around the bush for sure.
Yeah, usually when a guy's, usually he'll just say, Deshaun's working back. He took a nasty spill. We'll know more about it later in the week.
Yeah, normally doesn't come out and say, yeah, he's going to be ready. Like, that's not what Heupel does.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between I don't take it as not truthful, just always
very
elusive.
opaque.
Yeah.
Isn't it strange, though, that we're at this point? Like, if you had asked me about Bishop 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'd be like, yeah, we want him to be available and everything, but it's not the end of the world if we don't have him. Now I'm kind of like, after that performance Saturday, I kind of feel like we need him.
Yeah. He has week by week. He just seems to have gotten better as the season's gone on. And there's no telling what he would have ended up with. He probably would have gotten the 2 Peyton touchdowns would have been his. And he had a real shot at getting well over 200 yards rushing.
For me, the biggest injury, Hobbs and Staley also go out of that game. To me, Staley is the one that we absolutely have to have, just because we've got backup running backs. We've got some other defensive tackles. We got through the first 4 games without Hobbs, first 5 games without Hobbs. I don't know. Like, we don't have a backup for Braylon Staley. They're like, who's going to play? Joakim Dotson?
Probably, but Staley got back in the game.
He was in there for the kneel downs, and I'll assume he's going to be up there. But to me, that's the biggest one. Like, we can't. I don't know. I don't think we can win without him. Just being honest.
No, he's the biggest one. The one that concerned me the most was Hobbs, just because it's been a foot injury all season, and that's what they're looking at when he's laying out there.
My hope is that was us stealing a timeout, faking an injury like we definitely have been doing for a long time.
Could he think of us, Russ, and pick somebody else besides the guy we've
just say, look, if you're going to fall down, David, why don't you hold your elbow or something? As we all know, you have a foot injury.
I was not ready. Like, I hadn't seen him at all. And I had forgotten that, he's monstrous, and he did make his presence felt.
Oh man, he looked fantastic out there. Yeah, like he might have. He looked like our most disrupted defensive tackle. We haven't seen a guy move like that in the backfield. Moy and Eason are good. They're good solid,
SEC
but
guys.
But Hobbs seemed like he had some quick twitch back there that we haven't seen.
Not in a long
from that
time.
position. So hopefully all 3 of those guys are good to go. We'll see. Basketball news today, Bob. I know you were at the deal out there. First of all, Tennessee comes in number 18 in the preseason poll. Bear feels this is very disrespectful.
Just a little bit. It's a little disrespectful. That's all I said.
You're a little out of line yourself. Tennessee tabbed to finish third in the SEC by the media. Nate Ament and Jacoby Gillespie earned second team all SEC honors. No first teamers this year.
See, that's where I felt
Disrespected.
a little disrespected. Not so much Nate. After what I saw on Saturday, Jacoby Gillespie, the floor is first team all SEC for me. That's how good he looked.
So here were the guards, and it's basically four guards for Phylon for Alabama. He's a guard, right?
Yeah.
So the first team all SEC, Alex Condon, the big man from Florida.
Understand.
Josh Hubbard, Mississippi State.
Volume shooter.
Otega Owe, who was player of the year, preseason player of the year today.
He's good.
Tahad Pettiford.
Okay.
From Auburn. And then LeBaron Phylon.
See, I think Josh Hubbard gets numbers, but if you go and look at the efficiency, he shoots so much.
Just a massive amount.
Yeah.
That's why I would have lobbied. I guess they're just taking the tact of, hey, he's a newcomer, can't be first team.
But no, out of those five, no transfers, no
Right.
freshmen. These are all returning players to the league. So hopefully Ament and Gillespie will be on the first team at the end of the year, which is really what matters.
Yes.
Elsewhere, let's see here. Notes, the kickoff time has been set for 7:45 p.m. for Kentucky. It'll be an SEC network affair. Anybody worried at all about the trip to Kentucky?
I mean, just the natural, a normal amount.
I'll worry about it when we get there. I just feel like this game is so big against Alabama.
We'll talk about Kentucky next week. But, I mean, they don't look like a very well-coached or very enthusiastic football team.
I've talked to a couple friends of mine who are Kentucky fans. They live up that way, and they're done. I mean, have you seen some of the video about the lines to the basketball workouts and scrimmages that they had in Lexington? I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like I think so many of their fans have just moved on. They're
already all in on basketball, huh?
Yeah. So I can't imagine that I would imagine that could be, a volunteer takeover in.
Yeah. Well, if we win this weekend, I think it definitely will be.
Yeah.
But regardless, we get as much orange in there into the Krog as we can. That would help things. By the way, Talasia Cooper also selected all SEC second team today as Kim Caldwell's Lady Vols picked to finish fourth in the SEC this year. I saw where South Carolina had one of their key starters ruled out for the year with a torn ACL today.
Chloe Kitts. Yes.
Big loss for them.
Colin Murray Boyle's girlfriend.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
South Carolina power couple.
Yes.
All right. Bobby B dropping the kind of knowledge. I mean, you think you're getting that across the street right now?
Well, it's like an auto detailing shop, so maybe not. I know what you mean, though.
That is your Rocky Top Report. Brought to you by Bo Kregner of the Kregner Group. You know what he does? He does real estate the right way. What does that mean? Well, think about real estate the wrong way, not getting good representation. A guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. A guy who doesn't know where the good houses are, where the good price points are. Bo Kregner does it the right way. He does know those right price points. He does know the right areas to look for homes. He's been doing it for so long. He knows how to get you the best price on your home, get it listed, get it sold, and move on. Call Bo Kregner today at 865-742-1035 for a free consultation. Tell him I sent you. You can visit him online at BoKnowsHouses.com. Bo Kregner and the Kregner Group. They do real estate the right way. Tennessee and Alabama, 7:30 p.m. kickoff Saturday night in Tuscaloosa. How quick are we going to snap and clear this Arkansas game? Are we going to?
I'm fully focused on Bama.
You've moved on?
Hell yeah.
You just
we get one Bama week a year.
Just win. We won the game. Let's not worry. We know what our weaknesses are, what we have to improve upon. Ain't no sense in dwelling on the specifics.
Bama has my undivided attention.
That's it. There's two sides to this. The whole adage, a win is a win is a win. So we won. That said, we know there has got to be a lot cleaned up for this coming weekend. So we focus on that. But it's all eyes on Bama at this point, I would say.
All right. Overreaction Monday on the drive. Here we go. 865-966-3435. Geraldo is up first today. What's up, Geraldo?
Hey, sir. I know we don't have a ton of time, so I just want to get rolling on this call because there's so many things that I want to talk about. One of them is kind of just what happened with Arkansas in terms of like the crowd. I just was not impressed with the crowd. Now, what you were saying earlier in terms of it was really hard to get in there again, and I sympathize with that. But there is just an element of like we've kind of lost our edge. But when the sun started going down and the refs were screwing us constantly, there was kind of that Ole Miss feeling. I was getting excited, sir. I think there's about to be a damn riot in that stadium, and it did something to me. It got me really excited, but it made me it made me think like, what is going on with the penalties? Because there seems to be an abundant amount of penalties on us, but anytime we play somebody, they almost play a perfect game. So check this out. Through 3 SEC games, every single team we played has somehow ended up with at least 35% fewer penalties than they normally average.
I mean, numbers don't lie, Ross.
But then here's this. Flip it around. We average about 6 penalties a game in a non-conference play, but in SEC games, that jumps to almost 9. That's a 45% increase. What is going on? I think there's some questions that need to be asked, but that's not all I want to talk about. I just want that in people's minds as we go down to T-Town this week, because it's not just Alabama we're playing, it's also the rest. Just keep that in mind. Okay? So I keep hearing people say we don't stand a chance because our defense sucks. But here's the thing. Bama's defense is actually worse in a lot of key areas, like way worse. So if you look at the numbers, Bama's defense, yards per play, Vols rank 37th, Bama 46th. Yards per rush allowed, Vols are 27th, Bama's down to 106. That's a massive gap.
Wow.
Sack percentage, Vols sit at 5th in the country, Bama's 58th. Tackles for loss, Vols are 5th, Bama's 94th. So, like, if people are saying we don't have a chance because of our defense, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. Our defense is categorically better than Alabama's defense.
Well, in those categories they are. In other categories they're not. No, I mean, it's look, like we talked about last segment, there have been years where you go into the Alabama game with no realistic chance to win. I mean, I was that way up until and including 2022. I did not expect to win that day. Since then, we've gone into this game every year, including this week. You might not expect to win, but you don't expect to lose either. You expect to be in the ball game with a chance to win. And I mean, I guarantee you those guys down. It ain't like Saban a couple of years ago when it's like, man, we just go up there and take care of business and get out there with the dub. Like DeBoer and those guys are looking at this film and be like, man, we got our hands full. We got our hands full this week.
That 9.5 point spread. I mean, I did take it. I already did take it.
There you go.
Now that's my point in that is, I do think it's a winnable game. Will we win? I don't know, but I don't think this is we go down there and we get blown out. I don't see it.
Me neither.
No, yeah, I don't see it either. Okay, so let me ask you this. Whose offense would you trust more, Alabama or Tennessee?
That's a tough one, Geraldo. Me, myself, personally, probably Tennessee. Although I do think that Ty Simpson's ceiling's higher than Joey Aguilar's.
I was telling Russell this before we came in. I believe, I'm pretty confident in this statement, that Alabama has 2 turnovers the entire season. 2. So
that's impressive. That's impressive for all. Geraldo, I think that we have the explosiveness advantage. I think that we have more explosives. But back to your original point, the penalties, that's what worries me, is we're just sloppy, man. We just make these little dinky errors like all the time, consistently. Like even when we're scoring, there's a play or two on the drive where it's just like, what are we doing? So I think Alabama's a little bit more methodical, a little bit more buttoned up. So it's kind of a clash of styles there, but I would probably give our offense a slight edge.
Okay, so you got our offense with a slight edge. I think our defense actually has an edge. I think we're going to get after Ty Simpson. I don't think that they cover him super well. I think we're going to put him on the ground a lot. Guys, we're going to win this game. And if you don't think that we're going to win this game, you better get your head right now. It is Monday. You got all week to get it right. We're going to win this game. No doubt in my mind. No doubt at all. Let's go!
Thank you, Geraldo. Appreciate the phone call. 865-966-3435. Geraldo, all I would say is pace yourself a little bit, buddy.
No pacing that. That train has no brakes, bud.
Is that sustainable?
That train's not stopping.
It's Monday.
He's insane. Yes, it's sustainable.
Did you hear him Saturday? Like, I don't know if he called voluntary reaction, but I talked to him at halftime, and it was like his puppy had died.
I listened to your halftime chat. It was alternate.
It was a tied game.
Was alternating between being the most depressing thing ever and really think some people may need some medication.
And we heard this from a listener on the live chat too. One metric that Geraldo didn't mention was points allowed. Alabama is giving up 17 a game. We're giving up nearly 30 a game.
Well, Alabama ranks 18th nationally in total defense at 293 yards per game. We are 101st, I believe. Yeah. Or no, excuse me, we're 100th nationally, 394 yards per game. So they're giving up about 100 yards less per game than us. I know there's a lot of different reasons. Like efficiency metrics are probably a little bit better than the total, the meta metrics like that. And like he raises some interesting points. Mm-hmm. He really does. Like I didn't look at those efficiency numbers. We absolutely can win the game. I think that coaches and players have to adopt Geraldo's attitude, and I'm sure they will. They expect to win the game. Us as fans and observers can be a little bit more unbiased and look at it from a different perspective. So that's what we're going to do here this afternoon. My man gets fired up, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's an anarchist, I'd say. He wants just total chaos.
He's nuts, man. And he's obsessed with the crowd, too. Like yes, the crowd noise, like that's all he wanted to talk about at halftime of the game. It's all he wanted to talk about Friday. It's what he led with today.
He's the borderline dangerous guy, right?
Yeah.
That's what he usually throws out.
But, I mean, he's got a point. I mean, if we got 15 to 20K on the ramp outside that can't get in.
Yeah.
I mean, it coincides with Arkansas just marching down the field and feeding it to us.
Yeah, that first drive was just the energy suck. You could feel it watching it on TV. I mean, it was like
we did not look ready.
No,
did not look ready to play.
No, made Mike Washington look like a prophet.
The only thing I think when we really kind of started slowing down their rushing game was when Farouk put that kid out of the game, number 0.
Yeah.
Well, is
it Braylon?
I think
Braylon
Petrino's
Russell.
Press conference was kind of educational in that regard. I went back and listened to that, and he said, Tennessee made some adjustments. They basically brought a safety down and started playing some 8-man boxes. And Petrino said that he felt in hindsight that he was a little bit hard-headed and wanted to continue to force the issue, and that once they started throwing, because Tennessee was daring us to throw, is what Petrino said, and he said that I wish I had done that sooner. And perhaps they would have had more success. But credit Tim Banks for I know nobody wants to do that today.
No.
But he did make that adjustment, and Arkansas was late in responding to that. So
I hope he didn't listen to
a lot of people say, I heard a lot of Bobby Petrino is eating Tim Banks's lunch in the first half, Banks adjusts, and we were able to stretch out to a lead that we ultimately did not relinquish, although it got a little too close for my liking at the
all
end
of
there.
our liking.
All right, stay with us. You're listening to The Drive. It's Fan Run Radio. More of your phone calls coming up.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Hi, I'm Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Whether you're upgrading, downsizing, or just need a change, it's never been more important to have experienced, trustworthy representation in the real estate process. So if you have any real estate questions, I'd love the opportunity to earn your trust. Call me anytime for a free chat, 865-742-1035, or find me online at bonowshouses.com. The Kregner Group, real estate the right way.
Good afternoon. More volume through downtown Knoxville just in the last few minutes as we check it out live here on I-40 at 275. It's got
Strong. Been doing it every afternoon from 3 to 6 since 2010. It was a blessing to be with you this afternoon. We're on 105.7 FM and 1340 AM here in Knoxville. Of course, we're streaming live at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. Also on the YouTube channel at Fan Run TV, where I understand the freaks are a little bit salty this afternoon.
Yeah, a little bit. It kind of runs the gamut. There was a shout out to Walker, first of all, saying Walker showed up today.
I tried my best.
Yep.
That's
all,
good,
it's always good.
You got fans.
Perfect attendance on the drive this afternoon. It's been a while.
Listener Shane had a couple here. He said that this is about the stadium access. He said, we were in Double A and got there about an hour before kickoff and had no issues getting in, but it was still pretty empty. I guess everyone waits until the last minute to come in, ? No, we've talked to people who started their trek over like 45 minutes before kickoff, and they still didn't make it in time.
Got to be responsible. Double A, have you ever sat up there?
No.
Those are incredible seats.
Really?
I think they're best seats in the house.
What side is that?
That's like on the east side, like Double A, Double B, Double C, Double D.
Like in front of the east side press box on the sideline?
Yeah.
I've been up there.
The whole you can I kind of like it up there because you can see the plays like in real life how they look with the arrows and stuff. You know what I mean? When you're looking down on it. So
Chris in the text box says getting into the games is a disaster this year. They've added so many metal detectors out in front of the stadium. It's nightmarish.
Get there early. I mean, I would imagine that would be a real pain to get through, but
how much, I mean, I understand they want to change things and modernize things. And I don't know how much of this is on Danny and the police force and the university side of it and all this. But again, this wasn't a problem last year. And you've got a bigger entrance now on the south side of the stadium. Why can't they just go back to what they were doing last year?
As far as who can access which gates, there's nothing, nothing saying they can't. The metal detectors, that's the age we live in now.
Yeah, but they've brought them out further away from the state. They changed the way they do the metal detectors. Like they've brought them out like across the street from Philip Fulmer to where like you're doing it before you even cross the street and get onto the stadium grounds.
I guess that's just where they want the security perimeter to start for the stadium proper. They don't want them down there right on the gates, right on top of where there's people all crowded in.
By the way, those killer seats you talked about, Shane, plug here for a sponsor, said I won them from VIP Bet.
There you go.
So good seats.
Well, Geraldo brings up that, the penalty thing. To me, that's just baked into the cake.
Yeah.
At this point with Josh Heupel, Tennessee 101st in penalty yards per game, averaging 63.3 yards per game, 105th in penalties per game at 7.3. We're just an undisciplined team on the field. I mean, that has been consistent throughout the Heupel era. It's not like this is abnormal. I mean, this is who his teams have been dating back to UCF. Like I remember people saying about hey, this isn't, because that was raising eyebrows the first year, and everybody's like, well, this is just first year jitters. And then people are like, no, if you look at his history at UCF, like this has always been this way, and that's continued going on 5 years now.
Well, I admire the brazenness. I mean, in a weird way, it's like, this is who we are. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do dumb stuff.
I don't think he wants to do dumb stuff and be penalized. I'm sure if he had his druthers, they wouldn't be penalized, but it's just something about the way we play. I don't know if it's about the speed. Guys get tired. They make mental mistakes, whatever, but we are a very highly penalized football team.
The Spillman thing, I mean, the guy slid. He not only slid, he was down. I mean, the play was long over.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it's like you didn't even have to see the replay. You knew in real time. It's like, oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
I mean, you can fly in there head first, just plaster a guy while he's already on his knees is generally frowned upon in 2025 American tackle football.
Well, I saw a lot of people this week. I didn't know if you guys had. This is one of the things I was wanting to ask you to because I hadn't seen you or talked to you since Friday. I felt like all the targeting calls in the games I watched were pretty much like that one they called on the Auburn kid. He cracked Gunnar Stockton right in the jaw with his helmet.
Yeah. There's I mean, they're always going to review those automatically.
Yeah.
So they generally get those right.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it like in rounds. Like, oh, you can't do that.
Now, the thing that Geraldo brought up about, and Geraldo, if you're still listening, please email me those numbers, russell@fanrunsportsgroup.com.
That is an anomaly.
I want to hear, he said basically that our opponents are getting roughly 30% fewer
35
penalties called against them than they do in their other games when they play us, and that in the SEC games, our penalties go up 30%.
45%, I thought he said. But yeah.
Could that be explained by just like the SEC games are harder?
I think that, and the SEC refs probably know us a lot better than.
What does that mean? What?
We have a reputation
of being a penalty
being
laden
a sloppy
team.
Football team, and quite frankly, we are kind of mean.
Walker, you were going to say something.
I was just going to kind of agree with what you were saying, Russ. Like, penalties are the cost of doing business with Josh Heupel, it feels like. I mean, to work as fast as they do on offense, like, you're going to get kids that false start when you're going that quick. And then what we all complain about is when he changes his tempo and throws off everything during the game. And then that's when kids will also get penalized, is because it completely throws off their rhythm.
Yeah, 10 a game is the problem I have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
And in the moments, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 5 or 6 is one thing. 10 is just, that's a killer, man. In a game like this weekend, 10 will be a killer.
Man,
coming up, Tim Banks under fire. People not happy with Tennessee's defensive coordinator. Should Josh Heupel consider making a change there? Who would have thought we'd be asking this question after last year? We'll get into it in hour number 2 of The Drive. Stay with us.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory, or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
It's football time at Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for The Drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio, and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, enlighten us.
Thank you. At number 1, following the Vols' 34-31 win against Arkansas, Tennessee jumped up one spot in the AP and coaches polls to number 11 in the country. SEC teams ranked ahead of the Vols include LSU at 10, Georgia at 9, Alabama at 6, Ole Miss at 5, and Texas A&M at 4.
Another interesting week coming up in the SEC. Ole Miss at Georgia.
Huge game.
Huge. Are they getting set to lose that undefeated? And then the other one, I'm really interested to see how A&M looks at Arkansas.
I was just going to say also from a TV watchability standpoint, the triple header that ABC is going to have on Saturday starts with Vandy at LSU, or LSU at Vandy. Then it follows up with Ole Miss at Georgia and then Tennessee at Alabama.
So it'd be a solid day of football watching. A&M's going to be up without Le'Veon Moss, a really good running back.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that just feels like the game they blow it.
To Arkansas?
Yeah.
In Fayetteville?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the toughest places to go play.
I haven't checked the line there. I'm sure they're about a 5 or 6 point favorite, but
and Petrino's his middle name's Petty.
Laying in wait.
Yeah.
At number 2, Penn State has fired Coach James Franklin after 12 seasons, the school announced on Sunday. Franklin is owed more than $49 million. It's the second biggest buyout in college football history, behind only Jimbo Fisher's $76 million buyout from Texas A&M. With the 2 losses to UCLA and Northwestern, Penn State became the first team since the FBS and FCS split in 1978 to lose consecutive games when they were favored by 20 points or more.
I don't know the full details on this, but I believe, unlike Mark Stoops' deal, Franklin's is staggered.
Yeah, it's paid out over 6 years.
Yeah.
But there are no offsets, apparently, in the contract. So you can take a job for.
Well, my take on that is I'm stunned that it happened that way because James Franklin is a hell of a football coach. Whatever you want to say about him personally, or you don't like him because he coached at Vandy or can't win the big one. I mean, he walked in that place that had been decimated, that was on beyond life support. Like the corpse was cold.
Yeah.
And he resuscitated them and returned them to glory that they had not seen since like the mid Joe Pa years, not even the late Joe Pa years. So that guy's really good. I don't know what happened, why it got away from him this year. It sounded like he might have been checked out behind the scenes and they might not have felt like they had any choice but to make a move. But, I'm stunned that it just fell apart for him like that so quickly. And then the other takeaway as far as the buyout is concerned, Bob, these guys, Danny White takes a lot of criticism, and deservedly so, for fleecing the fans at every opportunity. But this just underscores that all these guys are the same. All these athletics departments are the same. And Fans don't want to hear it when you talk about it's so hard to meet our obligations now because of the revenue share. It's $20 million a year that we didn't know we'd have. Oh my God, how are we going to make? You're buying out these coaches. Shut up. We don't want to hear it.
No, that's right.
You guys send these bills relentlessly, and they keep going up, and they're going to keep going up. Okay, we're paying it because we want to see the games, but we don't want to hear you whine. Stop it. You have plenty of money. You're printing money. You're like the U.S. Treasury, the mint down there. Like, we don't want to hear it in your pockets turn, oh, please give us more money. We don't have any choice. No, you have a choice.
I just stood around at those tailgates this weekend because I hadn't been to one in a while, and I'm just looking at all the people and think about all the money that's spent on tickets, on concessions, everything.
Millions and millions.
It's
and millions.
unbelievable, man. I totally agree, Russ.
Well, also, I'm just curious if Drew Waller isn't announced that he's going to be done for the season, and it doesn't officially become a this team might not even make a bowl game type of situation now. Do they still fire James Franklin? Like Aller's done. He's not going to play college football again.
Yeah, but they knew that before they. Oh,
it was like the same day.
I see what you're saying. I know we need to get moving. Maybe we can circle back to it. I was wanting to get your all's reaction to the rumors that Adidas was a driving force.
I don't buy it. No, I don't buy it. Adidas is in great shape. We were just talking before the show. In the top 5, the AP top 5, 3 of those programs are Adidas programs right now. I mean, they're killing right now.
How about that, Russ? No Nike.
Cheap. I'm obviously hoping that it goes well for us.
At number 3,
sorry, Walker.
No, go ahead.
Whatever they had A&M in Saturday night,
it's atrocious.
Yeah, it's not good. It's like they were trying to do modern and throwback at the same time. And it was just a rough look.
At number 3, the Tennessee Titans have fired Coach Brian Callahan just 6 games into his second season as the team's head coach. Callahan finishes with a 4-19 record as the Titans coach, including 1-5 this season with the number 1 overall pick Cam Ward as the team's starting QB.
Who we gonna get?
But you said, Russ, did they really say that they didn't have a plan?
They didn't. I mean, they didn't say that. Kuharski said that one of his sources said they might not have had a plan. We don't know.
I should have fired him at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Hindsight is 20/20.
It's like the second year in a row a team has made this bad decision of not firing their bad coach heading into a number 1 draft pick. The Bears did it last year with Eberflus. And now the Titans just did it this year. Like, this team's got to figure this out.
John Reed, the Talk Sports on Twitter, says that they should just go ahead and hire Mike McCarthy or John Gruden. Let him work the season. Apparently the Hawks did that with Quinn Snyder.
Yeah, they did.
It's not a terrible idea.
I still say, why not Belichick?
I'd rather have Gruden.
What are you doing?
What? We don't.
No, I see that look at this. I see the smirk right now.
There's no smirk. I'm saying, why not?
Yeah, there is.
Why not? Have you followed him since Tom Brady left? Guy's kind of a train wreck.
He wasn't very good before he got Tom
Not to
Brady.
mention, you're like 75 years old.
And I feel like the Colts fan in you is the one pushing this. Yeah, go ahead and hire Bill Belichick.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bear.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very
no Colt lover.
Man, trying to install the Manchurian coach.
Come on, I'd love to see John Gruden. Yeah, and people would come to the games.
I got a lot.
You want to put rear ends.
He's got a
in
lot
seats,
of two-tone blood in his body.
Yeah, I love Tennessee.
Him and Cookie own property up in Jefferson County.
I love Tennessee.
Is Cookie his wife's name?
Yeah, she grew up with.
Her name is not Cookie.
That's what Gene always told us.
Cookie Gruden.
Cindy Gruden. Her name is not. What do you think? He picked up some 2-bit hussy down at the mouse's ear and decided to make her Mrs. Gruden? Cindy, please.
That's what Jeker always called her.
Oh man.
Yeah, but you that doesn't mean you have to behave like lady's name is
He grew up with
Cindy.
her. I thought that was her nickname, the way he talked, Russ. It's not like I was just intentionally putting that out there.
Anytime you open your mouth, you're intentionally putting something out there. There's a microphone in front of it. You like
I
people are
realize that.
going to hear this. I don't think you do.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Don't be putting off your dental visits here towards the end of the year. You want to have your smile looking good for all those holiday photos coming up. Plus, Knoxville Smiles is doing half-price whitening now through the end of the year when you get a routine dental cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. My wife had one last week. They did a great job for her. They'll do a great job for you as well. Call them today and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Their number's 865-539-1776. And their website is knoxvillesmiles.com. You can book online there, knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Magic Mike says people need to arrive to these games earlier. Security measures are in place for a reason. Most try to stay at their tailgates and then rush in at the last minute.
Like, I've just heard mixed reports.
Yeah, we had another listener on the live chat, a second one, who said we got to the stadium about an hour before kickoff and had no issues getting in.
I think that's how you do it. I think there's some truth to that. Like, you want to get in there a little bit early. You give yourself, an hour is pretty early, but I mean, at least half an hour. I think you want to be in there, especially if you plan on using the restroom or getting something to eat. You want to give yourself at least half an hour getting in.
I think Magic Mike's exactly right. Says there, you can't start walking to go to the stadium. How'd you term it, Bob? Begin the trek 45 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah.
865-966-3435. It is Overreaction Monday here on the show. James Franklin fired yesterday. Brian Callahan fired today. Kurt Cignetti, he's going to be the hot name on all these coaching lists. Yeah, Bob, I mean, this is your home state, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of football tradition and winning history up there. They are number 3 now after knocking off Oregon and Outson over the weekend. Last year, they're kind of a cute story, and then they get into the playoff and get blowed out by Notre Dame. And it's like, well, they were a fraud, or they weren't for real, didn't really earn their way in. That's a cross they're going to have to bear here down the stretch. And you look at their schedule; they're going undefeated unless they really stub their toe. They will be 12-0, and a 12-0 Ohio State, 12-0 Indiana could be a compelling Big Ten championship. What do you think? What's your take on Indiana? Are they for real this year?
I think they're for real. And it pains me to say it, but they're good. They're very good. I mean, and keep in mind, to put this in perspective, before Kurt Cignetti got there, they are the losingest Power 5 conference program in college football history. Okay. So he's come in and so far he's gone 17-2 right off the bat. And that's the first time they've ever beaten a top 5 opponent. I mean, he's got everything dialed in, and you're right. His name is going to pop up everywhere because he's making headlines, not just because they're winning. He's got that whole swagger bit. He's annoying as hell, but if he's
such a jerk,
if he's your coach, you love him,
I mean, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Like, what a gator. What a gator that guy is. He'd be perfect for them.
My belief is
Go Gator.
They've got a pretty good war chest of money there at Indiana. And he said it. He goes, we're building the next empire here. I don't think he leaves. He's 64 years old. I think he stays.
I mean, that's a lot of people have said that, he probably wasn't going anywhere.
Keep him out of our league.
In this day and age now, we've seen it. The world is flat now when it comes to collegiate sports, really, because of NIL, the transfer portal, et cetera. He's mastered it. I mean, the guys he has brought in, the first year he brought all those James Madison guys, and Elijah Surratt's one of them still. He's probably going to win the Biletnikoff Award. And now he brings in this year Fernando Mendoza. I mean, he's bringing in great players. And they love him. From everything I've heard, they'll go through a wall for him. I don't see him leaving. I really don't.
Wow.
I don't either.
I kind of dig it, man. Be Matt Campbell. Bloom where you're planted. I don't need to chase the almighty dollar. I'm happy here, making plenty of money. I've shown that I can win my current location. You want to go to Penn State where they don't appreciate 10-2.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, he could stay there and get a statue built for him.
He's already doing a better Matt Campbell than Matt Campbell. I think this team, they're going to do damage in the playoffs. I think they can win a game or two in the playoffs.
Yes, I mean,
too.
he has more top 10 wins over top 10 opponents than Franklin does in his however many years he's been at Penn State.
Yeah.
This season. Wow. That's why he got fired. I mean, man, he
had a .160 winning percentage. This is Franklin against AP top 10 teams during his time.
Can't do that at Penn State.
So real quick, we'll get to these phones. If you're like, who do you like for Penn State? What makes sense? What do you think they can get?
The name I keep hearing, I was puzzled by it at first, but I guess it makes sense, was Matt Rule.
Yeah.
Because I guess he played there. I didn't realize he played at Penn State.
Apparently has a relationship with the AD.
Yeah, and he's got a track record, man, of, reinvigorating programs. Did it at Temple, did it at Baylor, inherited Baylor under horrible circumstances and made them relevant again. He's got Nebraska ranked at this point. They're in the top 25. And I heard Sam mention this morning on the morning show on Talk Sports. Also, not for nothing, Dylan Raiola, his quarterback, has another year of eligibility. He could go with him to Penn State.
Ooh.
So
I'm Penn State. I don't know if I'm
Cornhuskers fans don't deserve that.
No.
And they finally get a whiff of success.
Yeah.
And then the coach leaves and takes the quarterback with him. That's brutal.
But is he that good, Raiola?
I think he's good enough. I mean, he's having a better year than Drew Aller was. Drew Aller was a monumental disappointment this year.
Most Penn State quarterbacks are.
Yeah.
Even the ones that leave.
Beyond him, I think there's other guys that are going to get calls, but I think I like him. And don't be surprised. I can't believe I'm saying this. Don't be surprised if they kick the tires on Clark Lee just because of what he's done at Vanderbilt.
Okay. Tap that Vandy pipeline again, huh?
Yeah.
You think Clark could leave?
I don't know.
State? I mean, he played at Vanderbilt, right?
Right. But Penn State for Vanderbilt, I don't know, man. I'd have to consider that.
Yeah, the thing I just wonder about with Matt Rule, and I'm with you. I think Matt Rule he's a great program builder. Is his ceiling any higher than James Franklin's?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. By the way, I mean, we may have said this, and I didn't catch it, but James Franklin's going to be coaching somewhere again pretty quickly.
You know who
he's a valuable commodity out there. Yep.
If I were doing the hiring, what job
Lord
I would
help
hire
us.
him for? UCLA.
For Franklin?
For Franklin?
Yeah.
Jimmy Frank?
He can come in with a program that's kind of moribund and not a whole lot of.
Well,
I'd keep the Neuheisel kid as my offensive coordinator for sure.
I feel sorry for that interim coach, Skipper. Nobody even realizes he's coaching the team. It's all about Jerry Neuheisel.
Hey, man, our boy Chris in Fresno is very familiar with Skipper, was singing his praises last week. And, yeah, you're right. Every time – I don't even know what Tim Skipper looks like. If he walked in here, but I know that Neuheisel kid.
No, but Franklin will do what needs to be done to get the money flowing again out there.
I was going to say that's the big challenge though, Bears. They got no cash flow right now at that school, so he'd have to really work his ass off, and that's what I wonder about is what does he want to do? Like Russ was saying to me before the show, does he still want to coach? Does he want to do TV? Does he want to just drink beer? We have no idea.
I'd love to have his problems right now.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Overreaction Monday continues on The Drive. We've got Tim and Jamie loaded up. Another line available for you at 865-966-3435. Your phone calls coming up.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park, Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the volunteer state. Smoked daily by pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134 for directions and to look at the rest of the menu. Visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Knoxville, get ready. The Big Sports Show is coming Saturday, November 8th at the World Exposition Hall. Meet your favorite sports stars, Hall of Famer Earl Campbell, baseball greats Wade Boggs, Dwight Gooden, and Jose Canseco, plus UT legends Shamiqua Holtzclaw, Carl Pickens, and many more. Autographs, photos, and memories you'll never forget, all in one huge day. Tickets on sale. Get yours now at BigSportsShow.com. That's BigSportsShow.com. The Big Sports Show, Saturday, November 8th, Knoxville. Don't miss it.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hi, I'm Jessica Lodgen, one of the hygienists here at Knoxville Smiles. If your children are having sleep or behavioral issues, we have things we can do in modern dentistry that can help not just with their dental health, but also their overall health. Early intervention is the key for younger patients and can avoid costly procedures later in life. If you'd like to learn more, give us a call here at the office and schedule an appointment. 865-539-1776. Or just book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Good afternoon. Watching it build with more volume out here in West Knoxville, 40 East and West now, up by Weisgarber Paper Mill over the top of West Hills. Alcoa Highway seems to have gotten a little bit heavier southbound at traffic passing John Sevier back on into Blount County. Still doing some work up and down sections of Alcoa Highway, so keep your guard up as traffic builds to the north on 275 over here at Baxter. Hey, check engine light comes on. Don't panic. Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville.
When they open up that tea, I feel like running through a wall. Put the game on, baby. Been having weird draws for another helmet smacking tackle and check a ball foul. Put the game on, baby.
Fan Run Radio. The drive continues. Tim is next. Hello, Tim.
Hey, I think the A&M Arkansas game's at Jerry World. That might level the playing field.
According to ESPN, it's at Fayetteville, because I thought the same thing, too, when I was going through all this stuff, Tim. But I will triple check on that for you. Yeah. But I believe they put those back on campus starting maybe last year.
That would be a better watch. And I thought I haven't been to Neyland since the 23 A&M game. I thought they were tearing that Big South ramp out and putting in a hotel. Did they scrap that plan?
We just aren't in that phase of
they're not taking the ramp out. There have been like 3 or 4 different iterations of, and one of them, I believe Fulmer's plans had them taking the ramp out. Danny came back in and put his stamp on it. And so the ramp is going to stay.
Because I remember you had an X post at one point, and I was like, man, can I get a chunk of that concrete? Because that's a legendary walk, man. If you go to school there,
You would want a chunk of the ramp, the south end zone ramp, for a keepsake.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
I mean, we used to, before the metal detectors, the girlfriends would haul the pints of wild turkey in their pocketbooks up that ramp. It sounded like Santa Claus jingling up that ramp, man. Those were the days.
And the game, A&M Arkansas, is at Razorback Stadium in Vietnam.
Okay. Yep. Okay, last question. Do you guys have Panzika on same day, time every week, or is it just random?
Random.
Okay, because he does such a great job on the Friday Night Rival broadcast out of Nashville. I usually stream it wherever I'm at. Wanted to pass that on to him. He needs to take it to the next level on those game calls.
Is this Lucas's dad calling in?
No. Not even,
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'll pass that along to him. Thanks.
Sure thing, man. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you. Lucas Panzika getting a little love this afternoon on the drive.
He's a superstar.
Jamie is next. What's up, Jamie?
What's up, fellas?
Hey.
So one name we got to watch out for these openings. The most sought after guy outside of Franklin and Signetti would be Banks.
Tim Banks does have history at Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, goodness, I'm surprised that guy right there is still around as a defensive coordinator, as good as he is.
Let's start that campaign right now.
I did see somebody in the first half of the game on Twitter say, tagged ICE, said, I'm here illegally. I'm in the Neyland Stadium press box.
Oh, yeah. Astroval Smokey the Astroval, something. That's a good account.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. I joined the party late today. Going back and doing my rewatch without sweating the outcome, Russ, it's egregious, our defense. I mean, the monstrous holes that they had to run through. Just not even, the guys could sit down, take their shoes off, put them back on, and keep running with what? This is a Southeastern. We're 5 years into this, and that's our defense.
But, in fairness, it was really good last year, right? Top 10 in total defense, points allowed. You lose some players, and they've taken a step back.
Well, why? I mean, you lose players, but you can get new ones too.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I never understood that.
We've had 4 starters hurt for most of the year.
That's fair, Bear. But you're like me. We watch Tennessee football before we watch anything else. So, do you think our problems are personnel, or do you think it's coordinator?
I think it's this year specifically. I think it's absolutely 100% personnel. I think that really limits the coverages that we can get into. It's the reason we can't play press man coverage right now on teams, that we're having to give such a big cushion. And part of that is it's not on Tim Banks. It's really on Heupel for making, in hindsight, which was a really bad decision, letting Jacoby Thomas go to Miami. Yeah. They don't trust their safeties, so they can't play press coverage. That's how I look at it. I mean, I don't know about you guys. That was I
think it's a mix, Bob. I don't think that when you're 100th nationally in total defense, it's not all on the players. The injuries to McCoy and Gibson you can't plan for that. And then I would agree that we should have kept the safety, went to Miami, but there's got to be something that they can do. And they did make an adjustment in the third quarter and had more success.
I agree. The one thing I would say is and Jamie, I want your take on it too. The part that baffles me, and this goes beyond just Saturday's game, it's such a feast or famine defense. Like we do these big, like explosive plays on defense, but then all the paper cut plays that we make, it's just so frustrating. I just don't even know sometimes. After Saturday, I think I could say it. I think our defense is a problem, but it's like there's been moments where I'm like, I don't know if it's that bad, but this past Saturday, I'd say, I think it's bad.
Especially third downs.
Third downs just absurd.
Get off.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
And we've seen that before here. Dominating defensive coordinator, just top 5 defensive coordinator, just couldn't do anything on third down with Chavis. But yeah, Bob, there was a defensive, might have been Joseph's maybe, that said today, I saw a quote saying, yeah, man, he's over. He says it's not acceptable that the defense, the turnovers are great, the tackles for loss are great, but giving up all the yardage is not up to standard. Was that Joseph's that?
I think you're right. Yeah.
I just, man, I hate that, we've sat through the wilderness and now we've got competent head coach, and I would hate to miss a chance. These years, these seasons are fleeting, guys. And when we get up in these, me and Bear ain't gonna be around forever. And I want to take advantage, man. I'm like, why do we have a Rolls Royce head coach and offense when we've got a Datsun defense? And I want to see us get serious. And Davey and maybe even Russ says, who does love their defensive coordinator? And I'm like, well, Ohio State probably likes theirs. I'd say probably Georgia, probably Bama. These teams that do good on defense. I just think that's a cop out to say, well, nobody likes their defensive coordinator. I would like Tim Banks. I liked Tim Banks last year, but
you're the king of what have you done for me lately, fans. Though,
yes, sir.
Jamie.
Yeah, well, these guys are paid enough to be under that microscope. Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? These guys are freaking walking around like kings. Yeah, walking around like kings, and they're multimillionaires. You can handle some criticism. You can, if you can't handle the "what have you done for me lately," get out of the business. This is college football, man. This is the SEC. So I don't know. I don't want that defense to jump up and bite us in a game. You're right, Bear. Though he did have a great, and Bob did have a good defensive last year, but this is year 5. He's had one good defense. One good defense. And that was last year. It wasn't any good in 22. We just happen to have one of the best offenses in the country. Hit a lot, and like my stance. I think Rodney Garner hides a lot. You just go out and get one of the best defensive line coaches in the country, and then you hire Tim Banks, and I just don't get it. And Willie Martinez, he's culpable in this too. Guys, I'm gonna get out of the way. Did y'all watch the NFL game last night?
I had it on. Yeah.
Did you see the controversial quarterback getting called for illegal procedure for Detroit? Okay, I sit back and I watch these guys sitting there commentating on it. They bring on the expert who says they can't go back and look at it while they go back and look at it and throw the flag. And then you've got Collinsworth, who's an NFL expert, says, well, what if he just paused? If the quarterback stood up and paused, would that make it legal? And of course they were like, no. And I'm like, good Lord, dude, it's kind of like when somebody puts on a white coat and wraps a stethoscope around their neck. We take what they say, as gospel. And these guys are supposed to be NFL geniuses, and they don't even know the rules of the game. So, and then my buddy at work, and we're talking today about how these are the same guys that thought that Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota should go number 1 and number 2. These GMs that get, we prop up because they work for millionaires. But anyway, I just want to get y'all, see if y'all happen to catch that and see if y'all giggled about it too. I was just like, man, y'all don't even know, you know less about this game than we do, and you're paid to know about it. But that's all I had. Y'all hang in there.
Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate the phone call.
Collinsworth's a Gator. What do you expect?
The Tim Banks criticism, fair, overblown?
We had a line in the live chat earlier from Shane who said, I pointed it out. Arkansas rushed for over 100 yards in the first quarter, but then only around 40 in the second quarter. So they cleaned it up before the half. You insinuating that there were adjustments made, maybe, but it just feels like I do kind of agree that I'm thinking in the back of my mind what our defenses look like in the past 4 or 5 years in this regime. And last year it was badass. We know that. But other than that, we just get into shootouts. It feels like, at least, even that 22 team that we loved so much, that's the only way we could win is just score a ton of points.
Yeah.
I feel like our defense until this year, every year had gotten better and better. I think it's just a combination of the guys we lost to graduation, transfer portal, out of eligibility.
Yeah.
And then the 4 guys that we lost due to injury so far this year. I'd be inclined to cut him a little bit of slack. And I still don't understand all Willie Martinez has done is develop 2 first-round cornerbacks for next year's draft.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't been here that long is all. No, they're great. I'm not.
The 2 guys you thought you were going to have, you end up not having, and then you pluck a guy out of Colorado, and now he looks like a first-round pick, and you got a true freshman on the other side. I don't know, what Willie can be. Like, I don't even know who I think William Wright, a walk-on, played about 10 snaps.
Yeah, I'm not criticizing Martin. My point was, I'm not sure. I mean, those guys, they haven't been. Development would be a term I would use loosely there. I mean, they came in all, and have spent a short amount of time here. We're not there yet.
What Heupel, to my knowledge, has never fired anyone.
I think you're right.
And this is what, his 8th season as a head coach? I don't think he's ever fired an assistant coach.
Oh, so you're saying at UCF he didn't either?
I don't think so.
Wow. I mean, this is, you could say, like Bear was saying, that, last year was like kind of major progress, and then this year is a bit of a setback. That, I get it, but it also worries me a little. It's like, it makes me think last year was more of an aberration.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. I don't see what we do defensively as being scheme heavy. I just think that you need safeties, first of all. I mean, our secondary outside of Colton Hood is average at best.
Yeah.
And we've never had safeties. Will Brooks, a former walk-on, probably the best safety we've had in the Heupel era.
Right.
Am I missing someone?
No.
I mean, that says it all right there. It's in – to Jamie's point, in year 5, you can't say, well, the coaches can't come to you and say, well, we don't have the players there. Well, you had Jacoby Thomas and you let him walk.
Right.
And you haven't recruited, signed, developed anybody else in 5 years. So, yeah, when the last line of your defense is suspect, you're going to be giving up big plays and yards and points. So, I do think that Tim Banks has to answer to that. We are paying him what? He's one of the top 5 highest paid defensive coordinators in all of college football.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Wow. I didn't even know the amount. That's crazy.
He got a big raise after last year, and deservedly so. But with big raise comes big expectations, and they are not being met right now. And, I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not saying that they should make a change, because I think that this program was characterized by instability for so long. It was just a revolving door of coordinators, head coaches, everything. And Josh Heupel has come in here and brought stability. And I think there's something to be said for that. I want to see how the second half of the season plays out. But the first half of the season has been very underwhelming.
Well, another variable that we haven't factored in, offense is going quite a bit faster than we went last year. We're back to having quick.
True.
Those guys are on the field for a long time. And at times the offense, they're doing the 3-and-out routine, which is almost worse, because those guys are getting maybe a minute or 2 over on the bench, and then they're right back in there.
Yeah.
And teams are frothing.
But, again, to counter that point, excuse me, watered down the wrong pipe. Second year in a row, we're actually rotating players. We did not do that the first 2 or 3 years.
No.
We just left those guys out there, and I looked at the PFF numbers. We did not have anybody play. I think we had a couple guys play maybe like 44, 40 snaps. In the front 7, the back end guys traditionally play more.
Yeah.
We're not
I'm sure
rotating much back there because we don't have much to rotate with. But our defensive line, our linebackers, they shouldn't be tired.
Well, no. And Spillman would be well rested. Shouldn't be a problem for him come this weekend.
Oh, that Perlotti kid.
I want to see more of him. Whew, he is. He's got what Cut say he couldn't coach it.
Well, yeah. You saw the when he closed on Taylor Green and busted him out of bounds, and Green got up and like, because you could tell he was cruising. He expected to make the sideline. I'm just going to run out of bounds with this. And Perlotti got him right near the sideline and busted him down. And Green got up like, how the hell did you hit me?
He's incredibly, incredibly fast. He's a and that's the other thing. I mean, some of these freshmen they've been bringing in, they look good. They're bringing good kids in. I don't know. We're 5-1. I'm cutting a lot of slack today, Russ. I'm feeling generous.
I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. I think the folks like Jamie, old heads who what did he say? We ain't got too many. Like, you're championship hungry.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we've got, he knows Heupel's a good coach. He knows we've got a good team and a good program and everything. It's just like, how do you get to the next level? How do you prevent having happened to Heupel what happened to James Franklin? Where, okay, you've established yourself a solid 10-win team. Year in, year out. You're on it, man. But you couldn't get it over the hump.
As crazy as this sounds, one of the things they're going to have to do is get control of – we can't be giving up 10 penalties a game.
If I can, before we hit a break, this reminds me, this is from a professional experience thing, and it wasn't in sports, but it was in business, where we were doing really, really well. And we had a guy who was heading up the department but never made the hard decisions and kind of kept vibes were good, but we could never get past that hump, and it's like, at some point, you could see there were some people that were underperforming, but they were also friends of said person. And so they were safe, right? And I'm not saying that that's how Josh is playing it, but the fact that Josh hasn't fired anyone.
Some people would say that's how he's playing.
Yeah. I mean, there was the FO, and I'm not going to give the guy's name, but we had the acronym FO, meaning friends of so-and-so. So friends of Josh. I just think that there's some of that going on here, man, and you don't get over that hump. Like
people would say that it goes back to him getting fired and how he felt wronged and unfairly scapegoated by Bob Stoops at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And so he's hesitant to make those decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a firm believer, man. Sometimes you've got to make some sort of change to just break the chain and develop better, consistency matters.
You think we're there yet? But my thing with Banks is, like, I want to see what happens these next 6 games, because I do think some of the problems that we've shown are fixable.
Yeah.
Like getting in the right gap and everything, that's stuff that you should be able to work out. We got some young players, repetitions on the practice field in these games. We should be playing better towards the end of the season than we have been. But if it continues on this trajectory and we finish with, a defense that ranks in the hundreds in all these categories, as a guy who's run things, are you making a change?
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. I don't necessarily think we have to be so draconian saying he's got to go now.
Yeah.
But if this continues at the end of this season, to me, it's very apparent. And it's like, you cannot go into another season in that same scenario.
Wow.
I don't think there's any way he gets, barring just a complete defensive collapse. I don't see anything happen to him. There's no way Heupel's going to fire that guy. And quite honestly, I mean, I don't know that I agree that you should. I mean, this guy had a top 20 defense last year. I mean,
that was last year. What about next year? This is what we're talking about. Nobody's saying fire him this year. We're talking about next year.
Can't look in the rearview mirror, baby. It's straight ahead. Straight ahead.
Okay. I think it would be a terrible mistake.
I mean,
there's no guarantee the next
ultimately it would depend on who you replace him with. And
that's a risk.
Many people have said, as we learned during the Troubles, it ain't about the firing, it's about the hiring.
Hypothetically, if Brent Venables becomes available, what do you do then?
I'd push Uncle Fluffy in front of an oncoming train to go hire that guy as my DC.
I don't disagree.
I don't know. They put Arch back in Heisman consideration this past Saturday with this vaunted defense. It was supposed to be.
Oh, come on.
They only scored. They had like 3 points in the fourth quarter.
They had one touchdown. I mean, that Arch was responsible for. He played better. I don't give him that.
It's the number 1 defense in college football you're talking about, bro. Little respect, please.
They've got a rough road to hoe from here.
Quick timeout. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332941.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Tired of waiting for the weekend or good weather to play around? From casual to committed, Back 9 Golf has got you covered. Open to the public and offering flexible membership opportunities, they offer 24/7 access to 5 different simulators, providing cutting-edge technology, instant swing feedback, fun mini games, and a wide variety of courses to choose from. Perfect for that solo round you want after work, or swing by with food and drinks for an afternoon with friends and family. No stressful tee times, no rain delays. It's Back 9 Golf your way. Book your tee time now at theback9golf.com.
Good afternoon. It's been a busy one out here in West Knoxville as it gets heavier 40 east and west here coming past Paper Mill, stop and go down on Kingston Pike, especially in the Farragut area right now at Concord Road. Steady flow. Traffic continues back out towards the Blount County area right now on Alcoa Highway southbound as you pass the airport. Hey, Zips Car Wash has been remodeling all over East Tennessee. Get upgraded shine and protection right now at your local Zips Car Wash. Visit zipscarwash.com for a location near you. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
You guys follow the Texas A&M Police Twitter account?
Yes.
I do not.
Yes.
You're missing out, Walker. Their game day posts are outstanding. And they had an all-timer Saturday during the Florida game, which Texas A&M won 34-17. We should have won our game 34-17. A little after 7 p.m., Texas A&M police posted the following to X. Public intoxication, Aggie Park, contacted subject eating a sandwich with a water jug of whiskey. Whoa. BAC was .337, released to EMS. Hashtag BTHO Florida, which I believe stands for beat the heck out of Florida.
It does. There has been an update. Have you seen the update?
I have not.
This is coming from Matt Brown on Twitter. He wanted to follow up on it. Texas A&M police were unable to comment on whether this individual is okay or not. I certainly hope this person is recovering well. But they were, Russell, able to confirm that the sandwich in question was a pimento cheese sandwich.
Well, that's good information to have. The .337 is 4 times the legal limit. Now, I don't know how you get a milk jug full of whiskey. I mean, that's some damn popcorn
Ingenuity.
Sutton hillbilly stuff right there.
Yeah, the .337, I would imagine this person is either they're dead or in intensive care or they're hardcore alcoholic. You typically, once people get up that
Well,
high.
that's why the EMS they didn't take him to jail. They took him to the hospital.
Because I guess
I'm guessing it's a male.
Yeah, I would think. Although I don't know, man.
I mean, I would say I'm
Don't
a big
be sexist. The women can put it away too. My
okay.
friend.
Well, I'm just saying, washing your food down with whiskey. I've never used whiskey or any sort of hard alcohol as like your drink with
Yes.
dinner. No, I don't even really like drinking a beer as my drink with dinner.
Every once in a while, I crave it if I'm having like a really good burger. I like a beer.
But
with.
just whiskey, like straight whiskey to wash your sandwich down.
Now, is it at least neat? It's not. If it's warm, that's even worse.
It's in a jug, Bob. I don't
He's
think it's
sitting
chilled.
This guy's sitting on the sidewalk eating himself a pimento cheese sandwich and drinking whiskey out of a milk jug.
He's got a jug with whiskey. And he stopped. Maybe they cut the top of it off. You know, he stops by a tailgate, throws some ice cubes in that thing.
This isn't like one of the people you'd see at one, cocktail party and the people you hang out with, Bob. Not even people. I don't even see people at the get-togethers I go to.
Yeah,
like this.
Wow.
I hope they're all right, man.
Yeah, I'm like you though. I can't do anything that's alcoholic with food.
Yeah, no,
I just can't. Ugh.
Elsewhere, as we get set to go down to Tuscaloosa, give you guys a little dose of what we're getting into. Tuscaloosa Police Department Criminal Investigation Division Captain Kip Hart was taken to jail and charged with domestic violence / strangulation after an early morning incident yesterday. This is where we're going. I mean, the police commander down there is in jail. When you're arresting the police commander for beating his wife.
Did you say strangulation?
That's what I said.
Bad guy.
That's
placed in
rough,
the
too.
county jail in a 24-hour hold, released early Monday on $5,000 bond.
Did you get a restraining order? Not that it
placed on administrative leave.
I'd hope so.
You get pulled over. These are the kind of people you're dealing with down there, Tennessee fans. Just be forewarned. Don't try and pull any of that sovereign citizen stuff with these guys. Probably not going to go well for you.
Not in deep South Alabama.
I would recommend obeying the speed limit and all traffic laws while you're down there. All right, that is the docket. It's brought to you by the law offices of Jerry R. Givens, good friend of mine. We go way back, and I can personally vouch for him. If you are in need of a divorce attorney, you're going through a family law situation, if you are in need of bankruptcy attorney, you're going through financial hardships, if you've been arrested, if you've been the victim of a personal injury, Jerry is the man to call. He's a Knoxville native, UT College of Law grad, expert lawyer with experience in over 80 courts here in the great state of Tennessee. So if you need legal advice, don't hesitate to call. Phone call is free. The advice is free. So what do you have to lose? Call Jerry, 865-801-9250 to set up your free consultation. Again, that phone number is 865-801-9250, or you can just go online. Remember this website in case you need it, jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens, legal expertise you can rely on. Roberto is next. Hello, Roberto.
Hey, guys. Overreaction Monday. Happy Overreaction Monday to you.
Indeed.
Let's overreact a little bit. College football is interesting. And by that, I mean maybe not good.
Uh-oh.
Like, it's so interesting that it might not be good this year. I'm starting to get just kind of like, man, there's some bad football teams out there that are ranked.
Yeah.
And we might be one of them.
Yeah, you might be right. And I was looking at, some of these Heisman lists.
Oh my God.
Like on 3, I think had Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson?
Yeah,
Number
I
1
got
is
him
your
before-
Heisman?
I got him before the Georgia game at like plus 1,600, and it's down to like plus
Where are the stars?
325.
Where are the stars? Where are the superstars in college
Carson Beck,
football?
the guy who looks like the alien from American Dad.
Please. The Mendoza kid? I mean, nobody's seen that guy play.
Yeah, I'm still not sold. I don't think he's bad. I'm just not still sold that he's a star. I mean, Joey Aguilar legitimately has the best story in college football. And if we win this weekend, be prepared. You're going to hear it. Because there's nobody. Ty Simpson is as exciting as, sawdust on vanilla ice cream. Like, he's just whatever. Everybody tries to make it, he stayed. He stayed. Yeah, he stayed because his dad is a self-made millionaire football coach, and he doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't need the money like all the other kids do. So take that for what it's worth. And he strung us out for a month during recruiting season, knowing that he was going to Alabama. Schmuck. So with that said, guys, I look across the board and I want to overreact. I'm not calling for a Tennessee victory, but I am not as down on our defense as everybody else seems to believe I should be. Do you know what our yards per carry defense is right now?
I do not.
3.29 yards per carry.
It's not
that
bad.
puts us in like the top 25. You know what Alabama's is?
Geraldo told us earlier, but I can't remember the number now.
Like 4.8 and some change. Our running defense is terrible. We've admitted that, right? We're ranked like 59th. They're ranked 93rd in total rush defense. Last time I checked, the Southeastern Conference is a line of scrimmage league. We lead the nation in tackles for loss. Maybe we're second now. We lead the nation in sacks, and we're better up front than they are in yards per carry. I don't see what all the fuss is about until the fuss needs to be had. Like I'm giving us better than a puncher's chance on Saturday. Because it's a line of scrimmage league. Tennessee, Alabama's old school slobber knocker football. If we get in a game like that, we can win. Plus, we got a tough guy at quarterback, and they got a pile of salt.
Come on, Tim Banks. Show us what you're made of. Earn that paycheck this week, brother. I've always been with you. It's Bear who bestowed the moniker of Uncle Fluffy upon you.
I
did invent that.
I don't agree on the Ty Simpson hate, by the way.
Let's circle back to that. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction.
This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fan Run Radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fan Run Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hi, I'm Bo Cregner with the Cregner Group at Realty Executives. You know, the real estate market, like all other markets impacted by the economy, is changing all the time. And it's never been more important to be personally represented by a trusted real estate specialist. I can't emphasize enough how important it is when selling or buying to be individually represented. Call me today for a free consultation. My number is 865-742-1035, and my website is bonowshouses.com.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
We believe a good game plan is essential for success. With a CNB Plus Perks checking account, you'll save money with cell phone protection, roadside assistance, identity theft protection, and more. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Caught me with a full mouth. Walker, you just go ahead and hit this top 5 at 5. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my granola bar.
All right, I got you.
Over here. It's brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. Hit it, Walker.
At number 1, the AP and Kim Palm have released their first preseason college basketball rankings for the 2025-26 season. Tennessee is ranked 18th in the AP poll, while Kim Palm has the Vols much higher at number 9, with the 3rd-ranked defense and 28th-ranked adjusted offense in the country. Tennessee was picked to finish 3rd in the SEC in the latest media poll, and Nate Ament and Jacoby Gillespie were picked for preseason All-SEC teams.
Who was picked to win the league? Kentucky? Or
Florida.
Is Kentucky second?
I do not know. It was either them or Arkansas.
Yeah, what's crazy is, they have Tennessee picked 3rd?
3rd.
Florida, Kentucky, us, Alabama 4th, Arkansas 5th.
Yet they have Alabama and Arkansas ahead of us in the first AP preseason poll, which is weird. Different voices, obviously. So
tend to lean toward the Ken Palm thing has been that is the gold standard as far as college basketball metrics.
Mm-hmm. He does a great job. The NCAA net ratings too, when they come out after the first couple weeks, are normally a pretty good representation as well.
Right.
So I choose to look at it as like, we got a nice top 10 program.
Yep.
It's about finding the right pieces. How did the shooting guards, Larry? I mean, that's still my Amari Abram.
Here's what I'd like
Evans.
to see. Amari Abrams has a weird looking shot, first of all. Jacoby's is pure. And I'm not so sure that if they can develop Troy Henderson into a serviceable point guard, that maybe that's the path forward.
When we move Jacoby off the ball?
Yep.
I haven't seen him play, but everything I hear, he just sounds like such a great guy to have the ball in his hand.
Well, I mean, I think he'd still have the ball in his hands a lot, but I think, you would have a guy who's going to be more pass first.
How did Borg look?
He looked good. He had, I think, 11 points. I thought he looked good. He's.
We need another shooter.
Yeah, I wouldn't go too far on that one. His shot looks all right. It's better than Amari Abrams. I mean, I thought that.
Who are the best shooters? Gillespie, Ament, the two best shooters?
Yes. Yeah, those two. And then after that, Masamba had a couple good looks. He's got a good looking shot, but I think he's going to be more developmental for them.
You said Abram had the hitch in his shot?
Oh, yeah.
What about Amari Evans? I saw where he scored the winning basket towards the end of one of their games.
Yeah, it was a tip in. I think Amari Evans is I view him as another iteration of Meshack, but maybe with a little more offense eventually.
He does better touch.
Yeah, maybe. But he gets, Shump and I were talking about that today. He gets hurt a lot. That's the only thing.
What?
Yeah, I mean, like in practice and stuff. Not like, that he's like big injuries, but he's like missing because he's nursing a tend or something. Or that sounds weird, a tend or something.
I'm nitpicking the way we're doing with football today, but it's like, just wonder, man. I feel like we're one or two shooters short this season. Would be my worry.
Yeah, so one more player to ask about before we move on. How much did Boswell play in the scrimmage?
Oh, yeah, we always forget about him.
Yeah, there's good reason.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not great?
I don't think he's not offensive minded, and I think you have to have a little bit of an offensive mind to play.
Be a guard.
Yeah. I mean, he's not looking to shoot, and that tells me something, man. That's not good. I mean, great, he might be a team player, a glue guy, but you need to, teams will figure that out, man. They'll just leave you open if you're not going to shoot the ball. So I might be a little harsh there on Bishop, but I just didn't see much, period, neither good or bad.
At number 2, Josh Heupel gave an injury update today following the win against Arkansas. He said that running back Deshaun Bishop will be, quote, ready to go after coming up limp with an ankle injury. Bishop was having a career day against the Razorbacks before exiting the game in the fourth quarter.
We need him, man. It's so weird. Like, I would have thought that a couple of weeks ago, we'd be fine with Star Thomas and Peyton Lewis, but Bishop, he looked so good, so patient, and like there's a drop off too. Like, it was good on Peyton Lewis to come in there and plow those 2 touchdowns in, but I don't think he's shown the vision that we've seen from Bishop lately.
No.
So I don't know. It's not. I'm not saying if we don't have Bishop, we have no chance, but in a game where the margins are going to be razor thin, we need every advantage we can get, and for my money, he's our best running back right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Peyton Lewis, he did well when he came in, but we haven't seen him have his game this year. Whereas, like, we got a lot of really good results from Star Thomas early, but in the last couple games, it's been Bishop's show, and Thomas kind of got lost in the fold a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see who steps up, even if Bishop is 100%. At number 3, other coaches besides James Franklin were also shown the door this weekend. Oregon State fired coach Trent Bray in wake of an 0-7 start. It's the worst start for the Beavers since 1991 when they went 0-10. Elsewhere, UAB fired former Super Bowl winning quarterback Trent Dilfer as its head coach on Sunday, the day after the Blazers lost their 3rd straight game to fall to 2-4.
Got to feel for Oregon State, man. Their program got left behind.
Yeah,
it sucks for them and Washington State. It's what it's going to be like until they figure out all the new teams that are going to make a new version of the Pac-12.
Washington State went down to Ole Miss and gave Lane and the boys everything they wanted.
They're
and
a
then
good
some.
team. They just don't have a home. It's crazy. Yeah, I hope Oregon State can find a good coach that will stick out the dark days while they figure it out.
Well, that guy that they had that went to Michigan State is not really panning out either.
No.
And they took it on the chin from Nico and the boys Saturday.
Yeah. No, I mean, Oregon State's also like it's a good program. Like that's a really good environment to go to a football game over there. And I really hope they get something going in the right direction.
UAB and Trent Dilfer just not a good fit.
Well, I mean, some of the stuff we've heard too, like in some of his opening press conferences when he got the job, said he thinks this is actually easier than what he did in high school. And I mean, he just said all the wrong things. There were some times where he brought his kid into the press conference and he took it a step further and goes, well, this isn't Alabama, so I don't think it's a big deal. You know?
Yeah, he didn't strike me as crazy enough.
I don't think he took it too seriously, which there's probably a little bit of charm in that, but it's a power, it's a group of 5 conference team. It's a major college program. You do have to take it seriously to some
and it's a good job. Who was there before that guy was elevated to? He's head coaching somewhere now in a power conference somewhere, but I mean it's a job that can be won at and that will be in demand, and they can do better than Trent Dilfer was doing there.
At number 4, there's news surrounding multiple SEC running backs following Week 7. At Auburn, Hugh Freeze announced that running back Damari Alston is no longer with the team for reasons unknown. At Texas A&M, running back Le'Veon Moss is set to miss, quote, a significant period of time, per Mike Elko. And finally, at Alabama, star running back Jam Miller is going through concussion protocol this week following a hard hit on Saturday.
Who's the other? They had a receiver who got knocked out cold.
Meadows.
Alabama. Was it Meadows?
Freshman.
He wasn't one of their stars, but
he was. Whew. What do you say in the text in the group?
He was at died. He
died.
got just. And that dude got thrown out.
Oh, man.
That was like Spillman. It was just instant. It was like, yeah, dude, you
That's
knew it
illegal.
when you saw it, and you're like, damn.
That was one of the ones I was talking about. I was like, we saw a bunch of them over the weekend, but they were all like textbook targeting. I'm almost tired of the people that get upset about targeting calls and claim that, turn the football sissy.
Yeah, well, wait until a borderline one goes against a Vol.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say borderline. The ones I saw this weekend were blatant, including Spillman's.
There was a lot of unnecessary violence across the SEC this week. Just a lot of heads getting taken off. It was tough.
Kind of liked it. Yeah, I said it. Throwback.
Put that on Russ's list of terrible things Russ loves. CTE.
I don't think it's terrible. I think if you polled most people, including yourself, I think you're putting on a mask right now. I think people would say, yeah, football was better when guys were getting their eggs scrambled on the reg.
Did you ever see on social media they did like they ran back the open of the NFL on CBS?
Yes,
from back in the late 70s, early 80s. They said it's true. It's nothing but helmet to helmet hits,
and the hits get more extreme.
And they're like editing them to the music beat, like the dun dun. And it's like smashes. Oh my god! And it's like that would. Those people would all be fired in this new era.
It's like the Derek Stingley, Tatum hits in there.
Yeah,
he turned the man into a quadriplegic.
Yeah, Walker just put it up on the video feed on YouTube on Fan Run TV. Had a listener, Dan Ram, that said UAB would be a good spot for Tim Banks.
I think he's probably joking, but if Tim Banks is going to get a head coaching job, that probably would be a good spot for Tim Banks.
Right.
MTSU, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
He was up for the MTSU job. He interviewed for that one before they gave it to our boy Derek Mason.
True. And at number 5, a French onion delivery made eyes water more than usual when Dutch authorities discovered 2 hand grenades hidden among the vegetables. The grenades, dating back from 1925, were found amongst the onions headed towards France to a factory in the northern Dutch province of Zeeland. The reason for the weapons present in the delivery remains a mystery.
I would imagine they were dug up with the onions from 1924.
I was going to say I could have seen That'd be a tough one to look past if it was in a bushel of avocados.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think this one's ripe
country,
yet.
Yeah. I mean, they're really lucky something like that to just when it's getting handled, blow.
No kidding.
As unstable as I imagine those things are.
And people want to add a little bam to their sandwich. That's one way of doing it.
What would be safer or less safe? That or us doing the remote in the show in a car on the lift at Matlock Tire? Remember we talked about that?
Grenade juggling. Be fun.
Hey, handling old grenades would definitely be a lot more dangerous, I would imagine.
Take them up there to old Johnny No Thumbs fireworks.
Thoughts and prayers out to the people out there. And did you see what happened in Bucksnort, Tennessee?
Yeah, the explosives plant exploded.
The military explosives.
How many casualties were there at the end? There were no survivors,
19
right?
Maybe. There's nothing like the before and after pictures. Like you can kind of see where everything was supposed to be at, but just like all bare dirt now.
I saw that headline. That's horrible.
All right, folks, that is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. If you've got a tree or two that need to come down in your yard, or 3, however many you got to have, you go ahead and get them out of there. Now's the perfect time to get a little yard work done. And the best part is when you have a tree removed by the friendly professionals at ECR Total Landscapes, they will do free stump grinding for you now through the end of the year. Yeah, that get the stump grinded. That costs a lot. They got to bring the machine out there. And have you ever seen the stump grinder? It's fascinating. Like the guy, they've got a wall thing that the guy stands behind, and it's got all the blades and spikes and everything, and it chews it up, and outstanding. Yeah, they'll do that for free now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. So just call them up, tell them you heard about it here on the drive. You want to take advantage of the free stump grinding, get your trees cut down at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. That is their website, ECRTotalLandscapes.com, or you can just give them a call, 865-384-2012. They'll come out and do a free estimate for you. Tell them Fan Run sent you, ECR Total Landscapes.
Think they'd let me ride along on the truck one day and work the controls on that thing?
Like the truck with the bucket?
No, not the bucket, the stump grinder.
Oh. I mean,
you hook that up for me?
You know, I don't know. You can look it up yourself. I'm not going to. No, if it's something you're interested in, just do it. You don't have to ask me.
Ride along with a stump grinder.
I mean, it's not like I don't know. It's really hard to describe, but it's kind of cool. Like I saw a guy doing it in my yard once, and it
sat
didn't
there and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, it didn't look. I mean, there's chunks of wood going everywhere. Like that's what you've got, like a full shield that you stand behind, right? Because it's just sending stuff everywhere. Like it was coming up and hitting my house. I'm like, oh, back away from this window now. But I mean, it looked like something that.
Pretty cool.
I don't know about you, but I could probably do it.
Wow. Never really thought about it.
Well, if you're looking for a career change, Bob, it's just something to consider. I can speak to the folks over at ECR, see if we can get you on the team there.
I think I'm okay, but thanks.
Overreaction Monday continues on the drive. I'm Russell Smith alongside Bob Baskerville. We got Bear and Walker through the class this afternoon on a tumultuous day in college football. We are reviewing the thrilling, a little too thrilling, if you ask me, win against Arkansas on Saturday over at Neyland Stadium, and looking ahead towards Alabama. Hard to believe we let Arkansas beat us 4 years in a row. I'm so glad that's over with. Oh, we got to go back down there next year.
Yeah, but think that'll be the last time in almost a half decade to wait before we have to go back.
I think what would have been so painful, and that's why there's part of me that's like, hey, accept it as a win, and like we've been saying, kiss it up to God and move on. It's the Bobby Petrino factor. The fact that we could have lost to a team that he coached. He's a good coach, but I just think he's a slime ball. That's all. I am so thankful that the boys took care of things.
Don't you think, though? I saw a lot of people criticizing Kirby Smart for his.
Oh,
Oh
God.
no, it was clapping. They're clapping.
Yeah.
Which I hear what he's saying after. I don't know. All I know is this: good SEC football coaches in the modern era are almost always unanimously corrupt.
Yeah.
To the core. You got Kirby over there. Oh no, I wasn't calling a timeout. It's like, yes, you were. It's on TV. We see you're calling a timeout. You got Heupel with the lay down lineman, which is just, you say what you will about John. Like, that's inherently dishonest. Kiffin and all his Kiffinness, Brian Kelly, Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, Bobby freaking Petrino, scoundrels and knaves, all of them.
You have to be if you want to win.
Kalen DeBoer doesn't seem to be that kind of guy.
He is.
Think
Man,
so?
It's a national championship.
That's why he ain't going to work. No, I'm with you, Bob. I think he's too honest for that place.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Roll down Tide.
That guy ain't going to be there in 5 years. You know it, and I know it.
Being a good coach may not be enough there, is the point. If you can't get into the mud a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be an SOB.
Yeah.
And people like looking at, oh, Kirby, I can't believe he lied like that. You can't believe that Kirby Smart is a no good, down and dirty liar. He's won 2 national championships. You think he got that? But if honesty and integrity were suddenly introduced into college football, the entire system would collapse.
What about our guy, Coach Fulmer?
What about him?
You think he was dirty?
Like dirtiest player in the game. You think? I mean, you really think Fulmer was reeling in all those top level recruits in the 1990s with his homespun wisdom and good old boy routine? You think he just walked into all those inner city living rooms and was working like heck, and everybody's just jumping on board?
We're working like heck.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
You're telling me to GTFO?
But I'm just telling you, he's doing what everybody else is doing. Like that's the way. That's the name of the game. It ain't changed since the days of Bear Bryant. It ain't changed.
Taking recruits on stump grinder ride-alongs.
Hey, man. Whatever gets them in the orange and white.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do.
Somebody might be interested in that.
We know what it took for Brian Williams.
I mean, I do like them adding the knocking on the bottom of the cleats to the lay down lineman routine. Did you see that?
No.
Brian Grant, like one of the trainers is lifting up he's like knocking on the heel. It's like, oh, what does this do? I'm going to knock on his heel and see if that doesn't. Oh, no. Oh, it hurts so bad.
So what did Dave Neal say?
I'm glad you brought that up. So Dave Neal, I don't know if you guys were watching the broadcast. He basically said, this happens a lot with Tennessee. We were doing their game last week, and they have these quick scoring drives, and all of a sudden an offensive lineman is down on the extra point. And I don't want to say that anybody's faking injuries this day and age, but it is a little bit suspicious.
He's been the only Dave Neal. He's the only broadcaster that's ever called us out on it.
Dave Neal's on to us. The gig is up.
He could be talking to the SEC offices right now.
He could be
working, doing.
How are they going to prove
covert work?
There's a growing, I believe, vocal minority of fans that believe that the lay down lineman bit is responsible for Josh Heupel not getting a great whistle, and maybe this goes to what Geraldo was saying in the first hour. Why he brought the numbers. Our penalties go up in SEC play.
Yes.
I love
and our opponents' penalties go down in SEC play.
Good.
And they just they blatantly didn't call like 2 or 3 penalties the other day. There was at least one interference.
There were a couple of Hodens, and the interference was the maddening one. And whatever happened with the
offsides?
Yeah, where the Satterwhite just stands up with the ball.
That's a snapping frame. Yeah, that's why we didn't get it. He should have actually snapped the ball, not stood up.
That was as mad as I've ever seen Josh Heupel. I thought he was about to lose it.
I was doing a pretty good job of lip reading. I couldn't tell you what he said right now because we're on air.
A couple of F-bombs.
Yeah. The GTFO was in there.
Walker picked up the Heupel sigh. Stay with us. The drive continues. More of your phone calls coming up.
The Drive.
105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Bankruptcy, divorce, personal injury. These are just some of the curveballs life can throw at you. Fortunately, East Tennessee has someone to help you work through these problems and recover. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. If you're in need of legal advice, call today to set up a free, no-obligation consultation. 865-801-9250. As always, the phone call is free, the advice is free, so what do you have to lose? Call 865-801-9250 or go online to jrglawtn.com. That's jrglawtn.com. The law offices of Jerry R. Givens. Legal expertise you can rely on.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care, Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Here on a Overreaction Monday edition of the show. If you missed anything, go back and check out the podcast. It's presented by our friends over at Broadway Carpets. They're on BroadwayCarpets.com. A couple things. We'll get right back to the phones here. Titans expected to name Mike McCoy their interim coach, according to Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. He was the Chargers head coach from 2013 to 2016. And a senior offensive assistant with the Titans. So Mike McCoy handed the helm of the Sterling ship that is the Tennessee Titans. And Bob, real quickly, you said a little bit of a debate at the end of hour two. Ty Simpson,
Yes.
I say, where's the star power in college football this year? I don't see him as a star. He's a fine quarterback. I look at him as, I don't know, I'm going to hit him with the game manager thing. But I don't see him as a star when talk about the Heisman Trophy, which he's getting consideration for now. You're higher on him than I am.
Yeah, and I don't disagree about, I wouldn't call him like a star per se. But at the same time, he's played incredibly clean football. And I mean, 1,678 yards passing, which is right up there neck and neck with Joey. 71% completion percentage, QBR of 172. He has one interception the entire season. Okay,
if he's Texas,
maybe I will
quarterback, they're probably undefeated.
Yeah.
Maybe I will put the game manager label on him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, but I just think he's excelling at it. That's the whole thing. And so, yeah, it's a down year for sure. But in a down year, if they go 11-1, if they go 10-2, I still think he may win the Heisman. Now, there could be. I was going back and forth with Roberto on this via text. He was saying if Miami goes 12-0, then Carson Beck gets it. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still not sold on. I mean, Carson Beck looks good in moments, but what Ty Simpson's doing is defying any logic for me. I thought he was an enormous question mark going into this season, and he's been great.
Doesn't it kind of get into this experienced quarterback conversation that we've been having where – yeah, I would agree. That start he had against USF, was that last year or the year before? He just looked completely inept.
Yeah.
And now this is his fourth year in the program,
I think
isn't
you're
it?
right, yeah.
So he's been around for a while, and it just seems like the younger quarterbacks who are in their first or second year are always going to struggle at the Power 5 level, and you are so much better off having a guy that's experience that has, whether it's somewhere else or whatever, a guy that's in his 20s, has played a lot of football, seen a lot of things. You just don't see a lot of guys that are inexperienced out there producing at the quarterback position in college football.
And I think there's so many metrics to look at out there. Jordan Moore posted something about an hour ago talking about our guy, Joey Aguilar, had the fourth highest offensive grade by a P4 quarterback during week 7, just during that week. It was his highest grade of the season to this point. That's great. I mean, Joey's had a fantastic season. I'm thrilled we have him. I also, again, I think, playing clean is what's really important. And sometimes these interceptions were not his fault, but at the same time, they still, they're turnovers. And so when I was trying to look for something that would be damning evidence against Ty Simpson, you just can't find it right now. That's all. That doesn't mean I don't think he's going to be a good pro quarterback. I'd be shocked if he ends up being a good pro quarterback. But
yeah, we're talking about college ball, and he's
exactly
pretty good at that.
Exactly.
Joshy Boy, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir. Joshy Boy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, brother?
Hey, thanks for being there, guys. So I'll start off by saying this. Titans finally did it. Way overdue, firing Brian Callahan. And you could even say Chad Brinker needs to go as well. And they're never going to do it, but I think Amy Adams should just sell the team and actually give it to someone who cares about winning. And then maybe the Titans would be a decent franchise. Because women should not run an NFL franchise.
Wait, what did you say?
Women should not run an NFL franchise. Only men
I don't mean
should.
that as a sexist comment.
Bob, what do you think? Joshy Boy says women should not run, and she owns the team.
I know she does.
Has there been a successful female sports owner?
Jeannie Buss.
Yeah, I was going to say, but
yeah, Jeannie.
But she kept
for
it going.
For my LA Lakers. Yeah,
and it's very early in the season, but not for nothing. The Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay's widow is.
I like her. She's down on the sideline with the headset on, making notes.
Very hands-on. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that's contributing to the 5-1.
She ought to just start calling plays.
Yeah,
she owns the team.
Yeah,
if I own a team, I'd call a play or two.
Well, Danny Dimes actually did something good. actually leaving New York and going to an NFL franchise with a competent offensive guy.
Yeah. I mean, what does that say for the Giants?
Yeah. Ownership, Russ.
I forget what I was watching, all this NFL coverage, but they had one of these reporters on. And, I was reading The Athletic. It was Dinah Rossini was writing about, she was interviewing Saquon Barkley in the preseason. And Barkley was saying, no, you don't understand. Like, Daniel Jones can be a star. Like, he is a great quarterback, not a good quarterback. And she was like, okay, they're buddies or whatever.
A great quarterback.
And she basically said, like, yeah, like he was right.
Yep. So from the game Saturday, do you guys think, and I've said this before, our defense, when our safeties and corners are trying to tackle the running back, wide receiver, quarterback, what have you, do you guys think sometimes when they miss, you think it's maybe sometimes because they're taking bad angles?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's been
what the coaches
a
have
steady
said.
theme all year. I mean,
Bad angles and gap integrity.
Yeah.
I mean, that one blitz where Taylor Green spun out and ran down the sideline where it was T-Lander coming off the edge. It's just, he's not going to run down Taylor Green. Guess what? No linebacker in the country is going to run down that dude. That guy leads the nation in total offense. He's a great player. But if you keep your angle and you keep your gap, he's not able to get to the outside. That's probably a sack, but you could see it in real time.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Matt, they're coming in too narrow.
Yeah, 'cause I guarantee you, Josh, with probably the game with a kid like a player like that, you're trying to keep him in front of you and keep him contained until help shows up.
Right.
Because it's going to take, you can't just tackle that guy very easily in the open field.
And given that, that's probably the only dual threat quarterback we'll face for the end of the season was Taylor Green, because
I think Simpson can.
Oh, go ahead.
He's mobile, like he can roll out and he can hurt you on the run.
Right.
But he's not, to your point, Joshy boy.
Like
he's not like Taylor Green.
Oh, I mean, Mateer will be, Joshua Boy, Pavia certainly will be. We still got several of the league's better.
Yeah, we got to improve at this.
Dual threat quarterbacks.
Yeah, we do. So after the game, I know a lot of people on VR probably called for Banks' head. Do you think when people least expect it against Alabama, what if his defense actually shows up Saturday and they play a pretty good game against Alabama?
If our defense shows up?
Yeah. That's always possible, because as many times as Uncle Fluff shows up over the years, it's just as easy that, Coach Tim Banks, defensive super genius, shows up.
Yeah. Guys, I think the Penn State job, I know a lot of people were saying Kurt Cignetti, Matt Rule, what have you. And I know they said if Kurt Cignetti leaves, takes that job, he can get pretty much all the players he wants when he goes there. But I think it would be best for Kurt if he stayed at Indiana. He's building something in Bloomington. And if people notice what he's doing, he's probably going to make back-to-back playoffs. He's probably going to get any player he wants out of the transfer portal. If I was him, I would just stay there and build something at Bloomington.
Thank you, Joshy boy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joshy. I think that we talked about that a little earlier too. I think he is staying there. That's my hunch. I don't know anything, but in that regard, but I just think Indiana is going to support him with money to build the program. They've already done it. They're hungry for a winner, so they're going to support him. They gave him a big extension right off the bat last season at the end of the season. So I'd be shocked. Never say never, but I'd be shocked if he leaves.
Matty Ice is next. What's up, Matty?
Colts keep winning, Bob. When are we going to stop winning? I love it.
I'm getting tired of winning, honestly.
Oh my God.
It's crazy, but
Gross is what it is.
They are.
Yeah, you ain't played Mike McCoy yet, boys.
We've played the Titans, but not Mike. Well, he was part of the staff.
Not a Mike McCoy coach Titans team. This is going to turn it all around.
Hey, Russell, we're pro women on this show. We are pro women owners for me and Bob.
Yeah, you guys are. I've always said very progressive, very enlightened.
Yeah. Hey, question. Barry, you had a great call out on voluntary reaction. I think going into this game with Bama, I'm just a fan. I think we're going to be wanting to run the football. And so here's my quick question to you all. Do you think Josh Heupel, with all the flack that he's heard from the defensive side of the ball, do you almost wonder that we could see ourselves just trying to do slow, methodical drives? And if so, do you think that would help some of the defense? Because to your point, Russell, obviously it's kind of been caught up to the national media that when we score, we like to, take a few minutes to get, the wind back into us. But my thought is this, obviously I think we're going to put up some points, but it's a matter of, can we get a couple stops to get Ty Simpson and those guys off the field? So that's my initial thought. And then the quick question I had for you also is, as bad as we are at zone and as thin as we are at the secondary, I would have initially thought that, playing zone would be a good thing. And the quick answer is no, we're terrible at it. And my question to you all is, why are we so bad at it? And I'll hang up with that thought, boys. Take care.
Thank you, Maddie. Why are we terrible at playing zone defensively? I mean, I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy when it comes to breaking down this stuff. I would imagine that having a true freshman starting at one of the corner spots has something to do with it.
Weak safety play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even Colton Hood, for as good as he's still new in the system. I don't know how much zone he's played. He hasn't played it with the guys he's playing it with right now. And, I don't know, man. I keep going to some of these stats we've heard about, it's not as bad as we make it out to be, and all this stuff makes me wonder a little bit about how bad it actually is. And I do think that Arkansas is very good offense. I mean, they're top. They're one of the top offenses in college football.
It's a really good quarterback.
Two good running backs. That Omega Blake guy, he got over on Colton Hood a couple of times. So they're really good. Mississippi State is Georgia's Georgia. Hey, we played some decent offenses.
I watch how Georgia. I got to tell you, that's one thing. I feel like how we looked against Georgia.
Oh, we should have won that game.
How their offense looked against us, though, is what I'm getting at, and how their offense looked against Auburn. It was not great, and it makes me wonder: was Georgia's offense really that refined, or was that on us more than anything?
I mean, he
else?
ripped. I mean,
he played out of his mind against us.
He did. Good job at thinking a bucket on the touchdown that really mattered. But yeah, I mean, I watched them. I'm like, how did we lose to these guys?
Yeah.
But
could be 6-0.
I mean, they were legit let Kirby the timeout. The dude called timeout. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah. Yes. He made the timeout signal. I don't know what he was saying, but he made the universal timeout signal.
And did we think Auburn? I mean, I'm not sure if they got up 17-0. That might have been a bridge too far for Georgia to come back. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, with the way Auburn's playing defense, but then by the flip side, they kind of Freeze could never get it back together.
Do you think we're a bad penalty team?
Yeah.
They're like one of they're worse than us. They're
really?
they're at out of 136 teams. We're like 100. They're like in the 120s somewhere.
There's part of me that feels bad for him because he's been on the receiving end of some terrible officiating between that game and the Oklahoma game. At the same time, man, he's starting to look like disengaged to me. He was pissed, obviously, with the officials. He was talking to him, but it was almost like surrender, like, I don't know what to do, man. It was kind of the body language.
I like that AD going after the refs on the way off the field.
Yeah.
Is that Cohen? You guys see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Auburn AD just giving it to the refs. So to the point where it's like, are you supposed to be acting like that?
I was going to say, what would our AD do?
If there was
Go
any
out and
team
say, give me some money?
Damn, Bob.
That'll be $1,000.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, we'll select our North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Plus, we'll wrap up with your phone call. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Are you a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal? Are you concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency? You know the Griffin Law Firm is your trusted ally in military legal matters. But did you know they also specialize in civilian federal employment law? If you're a federal employee facing workplace challenges like suspension or removal, if you're concerned about your security clearance with any federal agency, the DOE, FBI, FCC, or DOD, you might not know it, but you do have legal recourse. The Griffin Law Firm specializes in federal employment law, military law, and security defense law. VFL Marshall Griffin and his experienced team are ready to make your problem their problem, no matter which federal agency you work for. Don't face federal employment issues alone. Remember, remain silent, request counsel, call Griffin Law. 888-707-4282, online at griffinlawdefense.com.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for FanRun Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Good afternoon. Busy out here in West Knoxville now. 40 east and west over the top of West Hills. Here comes that volume out of Oak Ridge right now on that Solway Bridge. Watching it build pretty good over here on Pillsbury Parkway, passing Westland. All that traffic on Pillsbury Parkway this time of the afternoon headed out towards the Blount County area. Hey, if your check engine light comes on, don't panic. Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. Amco serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
It's time to select the North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week.
Well, of course, last week was fall break, so there were only a handful of East Tennessee teams in action Friday, and the upset of the year occurred. We talked about this game with Logan on Friday. How about Grace Christian going to Sevier County and taking down the Smoky Bears 33-31? Jace Ballard, who is a name you keep on hearing, just did it all. Had 56 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on the ground, caught 10 passes for 131 yards, also completed a 42-yard pass. And what a win for Grace.
Absolutely.
Don't sleep on the Price brothers, man. They got something cooking there.
Evidently.
That's why I brought that up with Logan on Friday. I was like, this is kind of a defining moment for them.
I think that's the first regular season game that Sevier County has lost in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
They've had quite a run. Running back to Sean Hamilton out at Kingston, Roane County, 23 carries, 173 yards, 2 tutties in a 28-3 win over Scott County for the Yellow Jackets. And then Elijah Spence, Gatlinburg Pittman, 2 picks on defense, one of which he returned for a touchdown as GP beat Austin East 42-0. This week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week is going to be Carnes High School quarterback Austin Slover. 22 of 31 passing, 302 yards, and 4 touchdowns as the Beavas took down Morristown East Friday night. Congratulations to Carnes and Austin Slover, this week's North Knox Siding and Windows High School Football Player of the Week. Appreciate North Knox Siding and Windows, their sponsorship of the show all these years and their support of East Tennessee High School athletics. We remind you they are Knoxville's #1 choice for all your home exterior projects. If you've been putting off replacing old siding, windows, doors, anything on the outside of your house, now is the perfect time to schedule a free estimate with North Knox Siding and Windows. The best part is you don't have to be in North Knoxville anymore. They'll come to West Knox, Sono, East Knox, wherever. If you need a roof, they can handle that too. Don't settle for less. Call the best. North Knox Siding and Windows, 865-689-0505 is the number. They're online at northknoxsidingandwindows.com. Wrapping up an Overreaction Monday edition of the show, where Paul Kuharski said, insider, the Titans told him that he would be stunned if Bill Callahan did not resign.
That's a mess over there, man.
That is a mess. That is a mess for sure. But you know what? It's kind of like college football. You get to spin the wheel of coaching roulette, and who knows? You might knock it out of the park. And if you do that, you got a good quarterback, there's no end to what you can accomplish.
Speaking of
that's what I keep telling myself anyway as a Titans fan.
Well, speaking of coaching roulette, this I think is a good one. This is from someone in the 270 on the text box who said this is about the Penn State job. James Franklin's gone. Watch what you wish for. Matt Rule, who we've been hearing a lot about, talking about. Matt Rule has lost 17 in a row versus top 25 teams. So
yeah, I mean, that's why, again, like I think the world of Matt Rule. I think he's an excellent coach, and I love that he's getting Nebraska turned around. I think college football is better when the Cornhuskers are strong, but I don't think he's as good a coach as James Franklin. I mean, you fire a guy like that, you're banking on being able to improve. You're banking on being able to bring in a better guy. To me, there's probably only 10 or so coaches in the country who are better than James Franklin. And guess what? They're all already at good jobs. So you're not going to get somebody to move to Penn State from their current position. Kirby Smart's not going there. Saban and Meyer aren't coming out of retirement. So you're going to be hiring another up-and-comer most likely, or you're going to be making a lateral move to a guy like Matt Rule.
Yeah. This same person, I think this is an interesting text as well. And this is about our defensive coach that we've been talking about all day. He wrote, outside of the defensive scores, this is Tennessee, our offense has converted 8 turnovers into just 17 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How different do we feel about our defense if we converted turnovers for offensive scores at a higher rate? we'd likely be undefeated, and a couple of those close wins would be double-digit blowouts. It's a really good point.
To me, if there's a negative turning point to that game, it wasn't in the second half. I think we answered their touchdown with a touchdown drive of their own to start the game, and then Jordan Ross, who had a coming out party, by the way. How good does he look?
Yeah,
very. Strip sack, fumble, recovery with a nice return too. At that point, we score there. I think we blow them off the field.
Yeah.
And instead, we took 2 deep shots, and Joey, for the first time, overthrows them both. And then we punt it right back to them. They go down the field and score. And I just felt like that was the missed opportunity. Like I feel like if we score a touchdown right there, I think it's Katie bar the doors. We blow the roof off the place.
I thought that the one on the right side, I think it was Brazel. Was he looking back directly into the sun? He just kind of lost it. Was that one? And the other one,
it was overthrown, man. It was like 10 yards ahead of it.
The other deep ball that got overthrown, it wasn't because of Joey. Matthew stopped running for some reason at the 10-yard, around 10, 12-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were both, Joey's mantra is like he usually underthrows it a little bit. And it's like, hey, it's a one-on-one. I give my guys – I didn't think they were great throws. I didn't think they were great play calls. Like, after you miss the first one, I think you got to just concentrate on getting the first down and keeping that drive going. I hate
ahead of the sticks.
I hate going deep in that situation.
But you got to take one. I don't blame anybody for taking one shot. If you cross midfield and you get a turnover.
Brad in La Follette says Joshy Boy wants Amy Adams drunk to make him a sandwich.
I don't mean that as a sexist comment.
Joshy Boy.
Text box popping today.
It is. It is. Another one from the 423. If the defensive problems this year are a result of personnel, lack thereof, rather than coaching, what's to say that the success last year wasn't due more to personnel than coaching?
Oh, I think we're missing Omari Thomas. I think we're missing Omar Norman Lott. Right. I think we're missing Elijah Simmons. A lot of big, experienced bodies in the middle on last year's team.
Pierce.
And I think we've replaced him. I don't think we miss him. Like he's a nice player, but we got Josh Josephs and Ross in 31 Herring now. Like I think we filled in that position. I think we miss our big bodies in the middle, and I think we, as crazy it sounds, I think we miss Big Will Brooks at the back end. That guy was a terrific college football player. We haven't replaced him.
Yeah,
lost Tim Brooks and Thomas.
What a week we're gonna have.
It's gonna be a good one, man.
Yes, it is.
Gonna be. I think our fans are going to be juicy, to quote Josh Heupel. Should be a lot of fun. All right. Don't forget, go back, check out the podcast if you missed any of it. Thank you, Walker. It'll be available momentarily. For Bear and Bob, I'm merely Russell Smith. Have a great Monday evening. We'll do it again tomorrow right here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at Men's Pro